All right, there we go. Now we're live.
I'll do the bounce in the chair thing. Have you seen that online? The back, like when it goes live, you bounce in the chair like that.
Oh my God, I want
No,
to tell you.
why
All
not?
right, so welcome back to the Galactic Family Podcast, where curiosity meets cosmic conversation, exploring consciousness, disclosure, advanced technologies, metaphysical frontiers, and the untold stories shaping our collective future. I'm your host, Jay, creator, explorer, and shepherd of the Galactic Family narrative, bringing you the deep dialogues that stretch minds and expand perspectives. And with me every episode is my very insightful co-host, George.
Hello everyone. My name is George, and I'm from Suffolk in the United Kingdom. And I describe myself as a loose collection of multicellular organisms working in symbiotic relationship to experience existence generally. My interest in the paranormal and UFO topic began pretty early on because my woods I used to walk in were Rendlesham Forest, and some of you out there may have heard of the Rendlesham Forest incident. I was very young when that took place, but it had an impact on my interest in the field growing up. So that's kind of roughly. And I live with a black cat called Mr. Meowgie on the Isle of Wight.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Hey, I'm always glad to have you on board, man.
Oh,
Always.
always, brother. I'm here to support, and yeah, interesting times. Telepathy has been cropping up quite a bit recently on my feed. Talking to people in various locations, and just thinking about the interplay with UFOs, aliens, and telepathic communication. That's been kind of like I've been thinking quite deep thoughts about this. Whether they're my own thoughts or a telepathic implant from aliens, I'm not quite sure. So where do ideas come from in the first place, right? And if you have that kind of ability to intuitively communicate telepathically, what does that mean for us as a species if we don't have that at a level that these entities do have?
We're just backseat drivers, pretty much. I mean,
It could be. I mean, we're so we like to think that we're kind of master and commander of this planet. We're creating combustion engines and tool use and these kind of things, and we're the top of the food chain on planet Earth. But it could be there's another group or species here, or ultra terrestrial or extraterrestrial entities that maybe are of an order of magnitude way beyond what we currently understand, and so we may not be that. It's a bit presumptuous considering the size of the cosmos,
Well, yeah, when you look at it, it's like there's trillions of stars out there, trillions. We can't even count them all,
Yeah.
And what's to say one of them doesn't have, some intelligent other life form on it?
Yeah, I think like when you see that image from the Voyager space probe of the pale blue dot, and it's looking back at Earth, and it's so small in the size of the just hanging in space. I think that image is good, but it can make you as an individual feel small and kind of disempower you. But then working on that kind of microcosm macrocosm relationship, where dark matter looks like mycelial network, looks like synapses. It could be that we're just as powerful as anything else and have our own unique traits and abilities and so on. So
Exactly. So let's get into today's topic, because yeah, we will reschedule with Brandon. He must have had technical difficulties, so we will reschedule, just like we did before with the Dogon.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna go ahead now. This is a 1960s, 1970s television show that we went over once before in the beginning of the Galactic Family Podcast, but I want to get your take on these videos because they're from the 60s, 70s era. They're not prone to being manipulated at that time because of, the AI not being around, computers, such and such. So just to get your take on what you think about these videos in general.
And I've not seen these, so I'm coming in completely blind. Yeah.
So we've got one video that I'll pull up here.
NBA films, Cotter documents into the. Is that Ivory? No, Ivory, the shipwreck. The forbidden documents. Should we be watching this?
This footage was filmed by the sole survivor of the Vega, the Soviet cargo ship which went down in the Indian Ocean on the 7th August 1950. To this day, the circumstances of this tragedy have never come to light, since no distress signal was ever picked up. Following the disaster, this passenger, whose identity we cannot reveal, filmed his daily log. The motor of his lifeboat has burned out and would appear to be completely unusable since the castaway is using his oars.
Heavy.
First day. He shows us what provisions he has. We can see biscuits and his double water rations. A flare pistol. He seems not to have any instruments for navigating or taking bearings. His morale is good. Third day. Morale is still high. The man jokes about wanting a smoke.
Fuck, I'm gonna have one now.
A squall is coming up.
That's terrifying.
Ninth day. Atmospheric conditions are not improving. Fatigue is starting to set in. The man seems distressed. 15th day. He has thrown away a container of water. It must have been empty or the water tainted.
Oh, wow.
He shows us his provisions, which have diminished, and which he has now divided into daily rations. His face is sunburnt. His morale is suffering. It is twilight. This shot may have been accidental. It is undated. 21st day. Something must have occurred. The man is euphoric. He says, "I'd film it if I could." He shows us his provisions again, and we can see that during the last 6 days he has not touched them. What or whom is he speaking about? How can he keep himself in such good shape? 27th day. The man is in better shape than on the 21st day. Watch him closely. His behavior has modified. Are we to understand from these gestures that he is watching the sea or that he is on his guard? What exactly does he mean? Look at these provisions, which remain untouched by him. How is he feeding himself? 33rd day. Watch carefully what is about to happen. The first thing he shows us is his provisions. This time they have gone down, but that still does not explain how he can have gone for 18 days without touching them. Look carefully at his face. We think that the man...
What's that?
I'd say, like water is the thing, isn't it? Like food, okay, but we're going without fresh water, so...
Yeah, like he's gone, 27 days already. He split his rations on like the third or fourth day. He's still videotaping every day, but how can he go so long, do you think, without touching that food?
And what was he looking around for? Why was he on his guard? And like, the commentator said that he was euphoric and acting a bit strangely, and his provisions didn't go down. Now that could be a side effect of not eating. You could like maybe hallucinate a little bit or something like that. But yeah, this like run VT, keep going, man.
Yeah, one second here.
And has already made up his mind. The dot you can see on the horizon is a ship. He picks up his flare pistol, which he has already prepared.
Did he make it?
He loads it. He is going to fire. He doesn't fire. He puts it back down.
What?
This decision might have cost him his life.
Feet
Without
infected?
doubt, at this distance he would have been sighted. Why does he not want to be saved? We are between the 34th and the 38th days.
That's
What you
weird.
see is a box which was part of the debris of the shipwreck. This proves that he has been drifting. The discovery now profoundly damages his morale. 39th day. He is very tired. His health is now endangered.
Why
He
didn't you
repeats,
signal the
I
boat?
don't see it anymore.
That's a good question, man. Like he went what 27? No, it's been long time now. How long?
Well, it's up to 39 days now, but like the boat was like 37 days or 36.
Yeah, like
He had the flare gun. He had the flare gun that ready to draw attention, and then
I don't understand. Maybe I don't know. That's weird.
What or whom is he talking about? In theory, this man should already be dead.
yeah.
40th day. It is twilight.
40th.
This is certainly the last of his rations. "41st day. Twilight again. 2 days ago, this man was at the point of death. Where is he finding the energy to keep his gestures steady?
Yeah.
He has just thrown away his last water supplies. He now has nothing more to drink or eat. We know that these flares are not intended for possible ships. What is he so sure of?
What is he signaling?
You know, like at this point, you're going to be a
42nd
bit.
day. Twilight once more. We do not know why.
Yeah, at this point, in you know, like I can't,
Hallucinating.
yeah, I can't even imagine what's going through the old noodle, right?
That's what I'm thinking too. Like that many days without
He is
water and
filming, but
food.
presume that he is on guard and is afraid of missing something. Pay close attention to what you're about to see. Everything takes place very quickly.
Okay, here we go.
Look, this is not a natural phenomenon. It is what he was waiting for. It is difficult to give an opinion about what we have just seen. For him, the voyage is over. He leaves a message. He seems strangely happy. We do not think that it is a question of suicide. He is resolute. This man has a rendezvous.
You see the water there?
Yeah, I'm just, you know, this is a Russian ship that's allegedly sunk with a single survivor
The
in a
lifeboat
boat,
ran
Yeah.
and look, you know, this footage has got out to the West, and we're trying to pick through it to decode it what it is. In the like what, you know, I'm curious about where the footage came from and the voiceover, and how you were, you know, like yeah, obviously you kind of skirt around that a bit, but the point being is, could this be a propaganda and or how strong Russians are surviving? Could it be like a story, you know, with, for one, the camera, you know, 40 days of running what on battery, or you got like
Right?
power hookup, you're able to record so much data.
I
So,
know, right?
yeah, I've got a few flags going up here on this particular strange thing, but I mean, like, it doesn't make sense unless, and if it is de facto true, and this is a guy's kind of last moments recording over 45 days or so of surviving at sea, then perhaps yeah, he's hallucinating so heavily he doesn't really know what he's doing, which would be you know, But you would think there'd be like an overriding command, you know, like in your head to say, stay on the boat, don't move. I don't know.
Hallucinating, thinking that, there's mermaids out there in the water that's going to, swim him to safety or something. Like, I don't know. It could be a number of things, man, because going that many days without water, food's one thing. Okay.
Yeah.
He had the food there, but water.
Yeah, and you know, look, like he's getting sunburnt. He's got like scurvy coming in on his face, so he's like vitamin deficient. That's going to take a toll, just like the pain of being exposed to the elements at sea all the time. Is it a hot sun? Is it, presumably it is. The water is, I mean, like at any moment the waves could crash and go crazy, but it seems to be like calm, and he's having to row. I mean, yeah, it's without the proper logistics, you're not going to last that long. I'm surprised he's lasted as long as he has already.
Yeah, right.
His foot was bound up. Did you see his foot was bound up?
Yeah.
So is that sunburn? Has he got damage there? I mean, if it's painful and infected, you're going to need antibiotics. That's going to debilitate you further.
I think it was damaged. I think it was a wrap around his ankle or something.
Yeah. Strange
Coast
one.
of Madagascar. The salt spray had already half effaced. The lifeboat ran aground on the coast of Madagascar. The salt spray had already half effaced the inscription that...
Now we know where it was from, though. Madagascar, Africa.
Well, it ran aground in Madagascar, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
On the tarpaulin. Looking closely at the letters, one could read, "Those who have seen it can never come back. It's the rest was erased forevermore."
Spooky.
Wow. Those who have seen it can what? Hold on.
Effaced the inscription that the man had written on the tarpaulin. Looking closely at the letters, one could read, "Those who have seen it can never come back. It's the
Those who have seen it can never come back."
What?
That's eerie. That's eerie.
A bit dark, a bit macabre. The Pinnock. Okay.
This film has not been subjected to any editing. Its commentary was recorded under oath by the man who filmed it.
My name is Kevin Riley.
My name is Kevin Riley. I'm 31 years old. On the 11th July 1970, my friends and I had decided to spend the night under the stars in the Roxaka Zone region.
This is Cindy, my fiancée.
This is Cindy, my fiancée. We're married now.
And there's Stephen Payne, my best
And
friend.
Stephen Payne, my best friend, who was 29 at the time of these events. We'd studied architecture together.
That's Karen, Stephen's wife.
Karen, Stephen's wife. All four of us were childhood friends.
We left
Greenfields around 10 a.m.
during the drive. Stephen told me
In the car, Stephen told me he was happy to be making this journey east.
around 1 p.m.
At about 1 p.m., we stopped at Pinewood Park, as we usually did whenever we took this road. We'd prepared a joke to play on Cindy.
That's my wife who's filming.
Here, my wife is filming me.
Karen and Stephen were very much...
Karen and Stephen were really in love with each other. We used to like teasing them.
We left Road 340.
We turned off Route 340 just before 4:30 in the direction of Roxaka.
Hold on. I'm going to explain something to Popstar and everybody here. So the reason why we are going through these videos right now, and I'll start this one over from the beginning, is because of the fact that we have to reschedule with Brandon Cooper for the episode. So we decided to bring up these the old 70s, 60s, 70s paranormal show that was put out that Galactic Family now owns the copyright to, pretty much. So, but this is you didn't miss much, Plant Popstar. This is only the second video.
This film has not been subjected to any editing. Its commentary was recorded under oath by the man who filmed it.
My name is Kevin Riley.
My name is Kevin Riley. I'm 31 years old. On the 11th July 1970, my friends and I had decided to spend the night under the stars in the Roxaka Zone region.
This is Cindy, my fiancée.
This is
We're now
Cindy,
married.
my fiancée. We're married now.
And there's Stephen Payne, my best
And
friend.
Stephen Payne, my best friend, who was 29 at the time of these events. We'd studied architecture together.
That's Karen, Stephen's wife.
Karen, Stephen's wife. All four of us were childhood friends.
We left Greenfield around
We left Greenfields around 10 a.m.
during the drive. Stephen told me
In the car, Stephen told me he was happy to be making this journey east.
around 1 p.m. we stopped
At about 1 p.m., we stopped at Pinewood Park, as we usually did whenever we took this road. We'd prepared a joke to play on Cindy.
That's my wife who's filming.
Here, my wife is filming me.
Karen and Stephen were very much.
Karen and Stephen were really in love with each other. We used to like teasing them.
We left Road 340 a little before.
We turned off Route 340 just before 4:30 in the direction of Roxaka
Third
Zone.
time we were going there.
It was the third time we'd been to this place.
We passed the dunes.
We crossed the
then followed
dunes,
Roxaka Canyon.
then followed Roxaka Canyons.
I have to say that during the walk, Stephen
I must
showed
say
no
that
sign
the
of
whole
anything
way,
that could let us
Stephen
guess
showed no
what was
sign
going to
that could have alerted us to what was going to happen.
Around 6 p.m., Cindy and Karen were preparing.
Around 6 p.m., Cindy and Karen were getting dinner ready.
Stephen came back and asked.
Stephen got back and asked us if we'd heard the music that was like crystal bubbles.
What?
Hmm?
He showed us the direction.
He pointed in this direction.
Indians call this place
The Indians call this place the River of Stones that runs over the sleeping forest.
We listened as hard as we could.
We listened as hard as we could, but we couldn't hear anything but the desert.
Stephen seemed disappointed.
Stephen seemed upset and irritable.
At this very moment, I had an
From that moment on, I had an intuition, a deep feeling that something was going to happen.
When I see these images,
When I see these pictures again, it feels like I'm showing you a
it happened
dream.
after dinner.
The shock came after dinner. Look closely at our dear friend Stephen, because it's the last time we saw him. Look at the way he persistently stares off in the same direction. Stephen stood up. We don't know what's happening. He doesn't respond to our shouts.
And then he jumps.
He's running, and then he jumps.
There on the dunes, we had to
And
face
right there on the dunes, we had to face the facts. Stephen had completely disappeared. His footsteps were the proof.
Hmm?
Karen started screaming. She wanted to.
Karen started screaming that she wanted to vanish as well and go with him.
Cindy tried to calm her down.
Cindy was trying to calm her down.
I was so depressed.
I was so blown away that I kept right on filming.
Because somehow
And perhaps I did it because somehow I hoped this film would one day help us to understand how Stephen disappeared, what he'd heard, who had called him, and why this 11th of July he had leapt into the unknown at Roxaka Zone.
Wow. What? Come on, George. I know you're thinking.
I'm wondering if these sequences, the first one, which is earlier, and this one here, it is. I was looking at I was looking for any hints. It's like early 80s and done in like a 70s style. So I was looking at the cat. What I'm getting so far, if this is a series that you've got hold of for the Galactic Family, which is cool.
60s, 70s, called The Forbidden Documents.
The Forbidden Documents. Yeah, I imagine what it is kind of like,
an old school paranormal show that never made it.
No, more like an old school kind of like telling strange stories around a campfire, but they're not necessarily true, So I'm getting the impression that this is kind of maybe a little hoaxy, a little bit of fun with a Super 8 video camera, or indeed Stephen is now traversing the multi-dimensional realms through some kind of portal near the River of Stones.
With this document, what weird? It's like a home video turn. Yeah, it's a home video turn documentary. Yeah, it's what they tried to do here is like a combination of different things. First one was the boat. Second one was this. Then they have the ghost, the divers, the witch, the soldier. Now, the last one, okay, which is a house, is actually based off of fact. That's why I looked through and I had to find out, and I had to find the rest of the series. Okay. Now, the house is the last one. News reporter team gets sent to the house. They're inside the house. This is the 60s, 70s. Mm-hmm. Unless they have a snowblower inside their house, that doesn't make any noise. So they were inside the house. The camera crew came under, electrical interference. They were going through the house. They only saw like a silhouette of her. But as they're going through, they hear water, like a waterfall, like a dang waterfall. And then all of a sudden they're like, what is this? And they're looking down and there's snow, dude, like falling from the ground. Like they're walking through the house, but it's not the house anymore. It's like,
yeah, I think
weird as hell. Now, hold on. Now I looked it up. I looked up the location of this supposed house. It is now a no-go zone by the federal government, who bought the land, who capped off where that house was by a solid cement slab.
All right. Okay. Back to me. I think let's say me and you set up a production company and we want to do some kind of like realistic Twilight Zone, right? So we got like some stories, and then like yourself goes, hey, let's do something really realistic. Let's find a property which is actually haunted, right? Or something strange going on. So we're like, yeah, we'll create this story about Bernadette who enters a house and like, it's like, we'll have this menacing voiceover over the video. Okay. And then something actually happens and you don't mean it to. I think
it's a collection of stories.
Yeah, no, yeah. I like the name, The Forbidden Documents, but I'm not personally speaking, I'm not putting too much veracity in these. I'm taking this as kind of like fun, but I could be completely wrong. These could be like a documentary factual evidence. It's just the maybe how it's presented with the voiceover.
It might. That's probably why it didn't make it very far either.
Well, it's possible. Popstar asks with Stefan, which the guy called Stephen, because you could hear the little original voice in the background. It was Stephen.
Or Stefan, yeah.
Well, no, in the background there's the allegedly original voice recording of the Super 8 film, which is going, and then you've got this commentary over the top. But right at the beginning of that video, you can hear the original mic picking up Stefan.
Yeah, Stefan.
Then the commentator calls him Stephen. So I mean, right there, you've kind of got a disparate between what's his actual name,
Exactly. But let's continue on here. We'll do number 2.
The ghosts.
The ghosts.
The 2nd of December, 1953.
Russia.
As arranged, Miguel has met me on the way out of the village. He has finally agreed to take me to the Nameless Ones. He doesn't want me to film. He has spoken at length to my car, telling it that we are to go on a long journey, but that it will not be going all the way with us, and it must forgive us. The 4th of December. We've been gone for 2 days. Miguel has asked me to drive. He has accepted the camera since my assuring him that this film would only be seen once one or the other of us was dead. Miguel says that he will never be quite dead.
Miguel
has told me that his father lives on the edge of the other world. He would not tell me any more.
And you're traveling with him?
5th of December. We arrive at the house of Miguel's father. He tells me that his father was born soon after the beginning of the world and he is tired. He is never surprised by Miguel's visits because he dreams them 2 or 3 days before.
Oh,
Twilight, walking in the desert. The old man says, a long time ago, here, there was a village, and then the Great War came. It wiped out all the roads, and the people got lost, and the desert swallowed the empty houses. The desert is always the strongest one. Miguel's father has told me that I am too delicate for the spirits of the desert, and I had better sleep in the car. I did just that.
Huh.
6th of December. For more than an hour, Miguel's father has been consulting the desert. Around 10 a.m., the father has come over to talk to his son. He talks in a dialect that only Miguel can translate. If, on the 2nd day, we meet a lizard crossing the road from left to right, we have to follow that direction. If on the 3rd day, a bird circles us twice overhead, we must immediately sit down and defend ourselves. It means they are not yet ready. If on the 4th night, an icy wind wakes you, it means they want to test you and have asked Death to fan you with his veil. On the 5th day, they may show you something or nothing at all. They are very powerful, but they hide themselves since what they do is not of our world. They capture.
Just want to say something. It is amazing that even in the 60s, they were talking about otherworldly beings.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like, you know, right the way through, there's that underlying of like, you know, strange characters from strange locations with strange histories and the unusual and strange. This particular video, the ghosts, is well put together. I think I feel like getting my poncho out and waving it around a bit. I'm not sure. I mean, like, you know,
I'm not going out and doing a rain dance. I'll let
no. Like if I was the main character in this story, I'd probably just stay in the car and like be called boring for a while. I'm not sure I want to go out for sit on the ground and defend myself against spirits of the desert.
No, George, follow the lizard.
Well, left to right, you have to go in the direction from left to right. So anytime you see a lizard going from left to right, you have to go in its direction. Does that mean you go in a circle? Does that mean you go in a circle? And that's not good.
Oh God, dude.
It's always left to right as a lizard. Then you're always going right, which is the direction it's going. So you end up going in a huge circle for days.
Well, such is the way of the desert. Hallucinations, right?
No. I'll just clear this up. I think to be like understanding animal and bird sign and interpreting it is you know, sacred.
Yeah.
But it's usually based on real world observation and tracking and those kind of things. I'm not sure what, you know, has the main character met Miguel, you know, who's driving out to the desert to see his dad, who kind of is from before time. An interesting concept and worth a documentary in itself, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like I like how this is being set up for some going into the desert and meeting entities or ghosts. So like I'm kind of enjoying this one quite a lot. This is good.
All right. Let's continue on. Let's see Miguel, and I think it's Miguel, right? Miguel.
Miguel is the son of the man who is from before time.
Oh yeah, we got to. Okay, all right. Let's follow the man before time.
Because no word is true, and they drive them into the earth. Our Mother Earth is wounded by words that carry madness, and the night takes vengeance on men and frightens them by setting the words free. And when the earth speaks to herself, I am terrified, and I hide away in my cabin.
That's Miguel's dad, by the way.
Miguel's dad, the one that walked in.
That is actually Miguel's dad. That's what he's grown up with this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seventh of December. Today we are entering the country where it rains stones. We must not speak all day. 8th of December. We've just seen the lizard. Now we must follow this direction. A stop at the end of the afternoon. I can hardly believe we have to actually follow a lizard. Miguel tells me that it was nothing but a lizard.
What does that mean? But it was nothing but a lizard.
Did you hear that? Yeah.
We have to follow the lizard, but it's nothing but a lizard. Factually correct, but slightly an oxymoron or something.
You're right. Let's continue. Oh my God, this is getting.
I
good.
often follow lizards in my hometown of Ipswich. They're like yeah.
Oh my God, Planet Pop Star. We got to follow her. She's the lizard queen.
Yeah, only if she goes left to right though.
Oh, if she goes left to right.
According to the man from before time.
Yeah, right.
Oh, is that a buzzard, condor, vulture? What's going on here?
9th of December.
Hold on, don't they have
Mid-morning,
to hit the ground and defend
Miguel
themselves?
is scared of me filming it. He thinks it is dangerous. We stayed in the position Miguel's father had shown us for more than 3 hours. Later, we headed west.
West, right?
10th of December. On the other side, the land of the nameless ones begins.
This is great. I like this.
Miguel tells me that they can travel very quickly across this vast space, for sometimes they are really there, other times they are only dreams. He would not say any more.
What the? Come on, Miguel. Say some more, please.
Miguel does not think we will have long to wait. I suddenly realize that everything has happened just as his father said it would.
Spooky.
I am much more impressed than I let on. 11th of December. Early this morning, a figure appeared on the rocks. In front of my eyes, it headed for the rock face, only to reappear at the same instant 500 yards away. Miguel whispered to me that it moved with the dream. I didn't believe what I was filming. This evening, Miguel asked me to film myself with him. I have a premonition, but refuse to admit it.
Mr. Miyagi wants to join the fire discussion around the campfire.
12th of December. Early this morning, 2 figures appeared, and at the very moment I saw Miguel down on the rock, he whispered beside me, "Time is only an illusion." I turned towards him, but he was no longer there. I was filming by reflex. When I turned back to the rock, it was already empty.
It's very clear. It's very clear over the dubbing.
So I
Like
Yeah.
the presenter's voice has a good quality to it, with like slightly unnerving, and then suddenly, you know, like he's building here. I like this kind of coagulation of concepts and stuff into a
building.
forbidden document.
Yeah.
looked for them over where I had seen the figure the day before. I found them again on the rock. They gave me the impression of disappearing into the stone, and then I saw them again about 3 miles away. At the edge of the precipice, they were looking out at their future destination. I thought they were going to wave to me, but they disappeared again. I knew I would never see them again.
Was that real? Was that VFX there? Was that VFX? If you scroll it back with because they're now surrounded by entities who are playing hide and seek, like, oh, you spotted us, we'll just duck behind these rocks and then reappear.
Like, let's just.
Yep, like that's obviously ducking down. Like, yeah. Okay.
Are they ducking or are they like
falling?
falling?
Well, I don't know. You see, I'm the kind of person that if I happen to find myself out in the desert, in a rocky terrain, and I see people with my black and white Super 8 recording device, I'll probably like train the camera on them and just keep it there, because obviously they're look, in my mind they look like they're ducking down behind some rocks, right? And then the camera moves, and it's just like, no, see, look, the camera moves. No, like, to me that looks a little bit scripted. Just saying. A little bit scripted, and if it was me and it was a real thing, I'd be like, no, definitely there, keep the camera on that area for like half an hour. And then look, do you see that? Go back. Do you see the little black mark above the character on the right? The little see, look, it's this little what they call it, a burn mark on them. Yeah, like these three here, they look like they're ducking down at a then the camera moves, because now they've re-emerged here, right? There's that one, right? Yeah, and watch just the character on the right, or whatever that is, you know. See, look, and they're gonna keep going. Right, scripted there. Like, this little burn mark there. Keep on going.
Yep, I've seen that one.
The one on the right there.
Oh. That was quick.
Now it could be the three characters are moving away, and this is just an artifact of the videotape or the camera reel.
Oh, look, there's another one.
There, well, you got to get this
up there. Look up.
Do you know how many people follow lizards in the desert?
No, I'm saying that if that's
what I'm saying. That, you know, like there's quite, you know, like
there, got it.
Yeah. What's that? Is that a teleportation mark? Are they kind of disappearing through portals, re-emerging?
I got it right on too.
Weird Flash 2, Popstar says. I mean, like if this was real, by now I'd be like, right, I'm going back to the car. Like, keep the lizards and the condors and stuff. I'm just vamos, Miguel, vamos.
Later on, I went to the rock where I'd seen them and left Miguel's bag there.
Why?
If there were any tracks, they would have been on the sand of the plateau. But by the time I got there, the wind would have wiped them out. There was nothing but my film.
Ghosts.
17th of December. I arrived at Miguel's father's. He was no longer there, and the desert was reclaiming the cabin. I tried not to show any surprise. I had found out that not all beings have the same allotment of time, and that those who can expand it become ghosts. Later on, I filmed myself cleaning the car, and then wanted to carry on filming right up to the last frame to reassure myself, to convince myself that I was not one of the ghosts that Miguel had told me of, one of those beings who return from the unknown to bring us messages that sometimes we do not understand.
Finn. No? That's, yeah, like that's mildly traumatic at the end there with his head in his hands. What's experienced? Am I a ghost as well? Is there messages from beyond?
It's a weird.
I kind of like. Do you get the impression these are kind of similar to like a low budget Twilight Zone little self-contained stories, little?
I think they're self-contained stories. Yeah.
Yeah. If that's the case, if you're sitting there with me on that kind of viewpoint, is it okay to poke a little bit of fun at them?
On the third one, I'm not sure what the location was. I'll have to go back and preview that in a second. Planet
You need
Pop
to find Miguel.
Yeah, he's disappeared. He jumped off a cliff and was with some other guys that were in black robes.
I mean, I think that the like hard knock real reality versus like the paranormal, which we're interested in. These kind of things do happen, but to capture it all on film would be like a groundbreaking, even if it was. And the fact it's kind of grainy, sepia tone, black and white. The previous one was part color. The first film we watched was black and white, grainy again. And it's just.
And this one's black and white. Looks like The Divers.
The Divers. Okay. Forbidden document number 4.
This footage was passed on to us by and could seriously compromise the relations we maintain with.
I'm often referred
Listen,
to.
I'm already going. This is where when they started the whole redacted.
Yeah, or it's an unpronounceable German name that you can't pronounce safely for fear of swearing.
Oh boy, here we go.
We believe the film to date from
Yeah,
the
can you
year
pause
of
it there a
the.
second? Woo Rider's dog, absolutely, yeah. I'm a firm believer that with the modern sensors on digital cameras, that they don't pick up maybe as good as old school like photo film. And a lot of the best images we have of UFOs and paranormal have been captured on regular, is it celluloid film? Like cellular film?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not cellular film. It's
So not that I am an expert in any way, shape, or form, but we interviewed the Tedesco brothers, and they also carry old school celluloid cameras as well as the modern digital stuff. So but yeah, these are great. Well, the information was given by Beep, who cannot be named because
we're going back on that. Audio tools even remove the narrator to recover original VOD. I'll give you a listen or access to the files, Popstar. That way you can see what you can do about maybe you can clean it up and remove that, and we can actually hear the original.
Yeah.
And could seriously compromise the relations we maintain with. We believe the film to date from the year of the. It is daybreak in a part of the world which we cannot situate. Anything that might provide us with information about these men has been altered or removed, and not a word will be uttered during these pictures. Careful examination enables us to confirm that this film has not been the subject of any faking.
Definitely.
We do not believe that these images could have been filmed secretly. The cameraman was a member of the commando unit and has, as you can see, complete freedom of movement. We believe that this scenario was certainly intended as a disinformation operation.
What?
So he's what?
It's definitely not fake, but it was intended as a disinformation operation, right? So is it real or fake? What's actually happening here? I'm just going to go and get another coffee. Okay, I need more, but yeah.
Nope, I got it. I think I got you on the background music. Like the sound should be more like.
My brains are going into my feet.
Because I'm hearing that and I'm like, are you freaking serious? A double negative. Like, it was a double negative. All right, I got to hear that again.
Information operation. Freedom of movement. We believe that this scenario was certainly intended as a disinformation operation.
Oh my God.
This is great. Yeah, but
this is an original film, but it's a disinformation campaign. Okay.
But it's not fake. It's a real. This is a real disinformation campaign. It's definitely not fake. What? That's beautiful. I love it. What's going on?
The setup is relatively simple. These men are keeping watch on the sea. 2 of them are divers. The man you see walking past is no doubt playing the role of the leader. Notice how we end up seeing his face. This is intentional. This man is completely unknown to us.
What? This is, whatever this is genius. Whatever this is. Please notice his face. This is intentional.
This man is completely unknown to us.
But his face is
Pay close
intentional.
attention now to what is about to happen.
He's now
The
not
spot
known.
in the middle of the picture is a man
I
swimming.
love it.
Where has he come from? Is it him that the group was watching out for? It would be tempting to think so were it not for the fact that the pictures which follow were no longer filmed secretly. We can hypothesize that the cameraman knew the reality of this mission from the way he stays on this diver. He must know that he is seeing this man for the last time.
Right, the little female, sorry, not little, but the female German voice over the background, just like talking quietly. If any viewers can speak German, please, I want to know what she's saying, okay? Because my brain is having a hard time.
There's 2 things going on at once here, George. There's the.
It's intentional, though, Jay.
I think it is. I think it is. They're taking the actual words from what they're saying and they're creatively using them.
It's well scripted. I like it. If it is scripted as a commentary, it's scripted. I like this. It's like, this is the end of the secret footage, but because before it was secret, but it's faked, but it's an actual information now. But don't look at this guy because it's intentional. He's the leader, but it's a secret. Okay.
Watch him closely, for in a few seconds this
Closely.
man will disappear before our eyes.
Oh,
Disappear.
into the water. Yeah, he's swimming. That's called diving.
This man
That is normally what divers
out in the
do.
middle of the sea is a
Disappear under
fearsome
the water.
weapon. What follows is not play acting. What has happened? The diver is panicked. He has no equipment. He wants to get back into the dinghy. The
another
swimmer is
man.
preventing him.
There was another man behind him.
Yeah, I see that.
There was another man pulling him into the water. He
other
didn't have a
watches.
diving outfit.
He must know that he is seeing this man for the last time. Watch him closely. For in a few seconds, this man will disappear before our eyes.
Look. This is genius. There he is, like he's swimming. He gets panicked.
This man out in the middle of the sea is a fearsome weapon. What follows is not play acting.
Trying to get away. Look, the guy come up behind him.
He has
Left shoulder.
no equipment. He wants
There he is.
to get back.
Who's that guy? Maybe it's
Dinghy.
the guy. Maybe it's the guy who jumped
swimmer
overboard
is
from the
preventing-
boat in the first film. Looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happened to him. He's been waiting for this. Definitely intentionally not fake.
The other
information,
watch
secret film. Watch closely. Watch closely.
They must have passed under the dinghy.
What's happening?
The diver tries once again to climb aboard. Why is no one helping him? The
Why
swimmer
is no one helping him? We're just filming it really close. You're right, mate.
He's taking him again. Look at that face, dude.
Got the camera angle. It's right. Yeah, just keep going. Try and get on.
Look at,
Right,
look at
Lee.
that face. He's like, oh my God.
This is great.
intervenes. Notice, however, that he does not do it with excessive brutality, even though he certainly could.
Excessive brutality is not like jumping up and like grabbing him off the.
If I'm on a dinghy at sea with a bunch of secret divers and the leader is not known to me but now is on camera and I'm the cameraman, if for me somebody goes swimming, just have a little swim with their diving equipment and then panics and tries to get back on the boat, do you A, lend a hand, B, continue filming?
I'm
Sorry,
just like, I'm
obviously
in a,
continue. Yeah, look, it's like modern day. Just sit there on the phone recording the incident without actually helping. Okay.
It's crazy. Like you just sit there and watch him get pulled into the damn.
It's going to get to the climax now. I'm interested. Pay close attention.
The other diver's gaze follows them. They must have disappeared very quickly, since it would seem that he has lost them.
Oh,
He dives.
did he have a tank on his back?
I think so.
He hasn't found anything. Look, the cameraman has spotted them, at least 600 yards from the boat. How are they able to travel so quickly? There, he's still holding onto the diver. He's dragging him along. This man is fantastically strong. Watch now. He has just reappeared at least 400 yards from the boat. He is swimming with disconcerting ease. Right then, this man had decided to let
There's two there, not
Yeah.
men.
Yeah.
Men, not man.
the sea
Yeah.
only a tiny fraction of his potential.
There's two people there, not just one.
Yeah, there's some
He
kind of meta-human in the
dives
water
again.
without any diving equipment who's pulling people, like not allowing them to get back on dinghies and then traveling immense distances like some kind of super dolphin human.
He dives
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
you got flippers.
again.
Nope, no flippers. He's a man.
Don't know. There's
That's
two
Phoebe.
there.
We will not see him again. This is
That's because he dove under the water.
Yeah, until the next video.
all taken place in real time, precisely 34 seconds. The other diver is flabbergasted
34.
by
They
what
counted
he
it,
just-
Jason.
Yeah, while all this is happening, it's oh my god, you got pulled into the boat.
I'm
Twice.
not like this is just the video's just called The Divers, and I'm not
Yeah.
quite sure what's going on.
He insists on searching the water, but he knows that he will see nothing there.
He has got a tank.
The cameraman shows us that there is one person missing
That's
from
not
these
true.
dinghies. That is the proof.
That is the proof that there's one person missing from that boat. That's no proof at all because you're facing the camera that way when he could be in the right behind you.
7 days later, the diver was washed up on a beach. He is now in a mental asylum.
What?
What?
Well, he's not dead.
He is the
I was
only
just
one
washed
who
up
knows.
7 days later after being at sea. So well, he was swimming for 7 days, and now he's in a mental asylum. Impressive.
Apparently, he is in the mental asylum, George.
These are great. I like this. This is excellent.
So, all right. So we got, let me see here. The next one. Oh, this is a good one. We've got The Witch.
The Witch. Okay, run VT number 5.
It was the sheriff who first informed me that at Morella, an entire house had disappeared during the night. In 1934, Morella was one of the largest
George, can you keep it down?
An entire house just disappeared. That's when like a house has just gone. Overnight gone.
You better spit out your drink.
haciendas in the region. The sheriff said that it was a district that had never had any trouble and that the peons were peaceful. That day,
Did he say peons as in idiots?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Hold on, let me backtrack because peon.
I only know that from Warcraft. Ready to work. You know those guys.
Peon is an idiot, though.
I didn't know.
never had any trouble and that the peons were peaceful.
The peons were peaceful. I was right.
Like if a sheriff informs you that a house has disappeared over tonight, make sure to keep the peace. Because I mean, personally, if I'm in a location and a house disappears, which is an often occurrence, it often happens to me whilst following lizards left to right, houses disappear overnight. I'm now fascinated, but also mildly disturbed.
Duck, George. Duck. There's an eagle.
You know, the universe is a strange place.
Oh, this is funny, dude.
That day, the estate owner didn't want to meet us.
Because you called him a peon.
Hold on, is that Miguel in the background?
Oh, Miguel. Time
Hold on,
traveling.
we'll see if it's the same actor. Hold on.
Oh my God.
He's up to his tricks again.
No, listen, George. I swear. Okay, you called me a peon. Out. Get out. No wonder you don't want to talk to him.
The sheriff reckoned there was something fishy, but he...
Oh, and he's got a gun too. Look at that. He's got a rifle.
The guy with the hat who came forwards with the jacket over his shoulders doing that, is he the sheriff? It's not clear. Can I see some identification, please?
He didn't want any problems with the guy.
What's going?
We arrived ahead of the villagers who were going over there in a procession. No.
So the villagers are going over in a procession.
They're used to houses disappearing overnight.
Apparently, what in the
preacher wanted to come along with us.
That
Of
preacher.
course, the preacher had to go. Whoa.
It's going to
Hello.
exercise her.
The house had gone, but its inhabitant, the bruja, the witch, was sitting in her chair. The tree next to the house. The peon said she was a shape change.
What's going on?
The peon said, "Call me a peon again."
I want to know why the witch is just sat in the chair. And is it because her house has disappeared? Or is she alive, dead, in between a state of communion? Is there some magic ritual taking place to do with... Maybe she's a realtor of some description and she's just getting land back and deeds by disappearing houses. I've encountered a few witches within the realtor estate agent type realm before. Not that I've got my own house.
So have you dealt with any, George, in your time with
working in a state agency and as you'd call realtor in America, quite a few. Construction, deconstruction, construction businesses are often easier with witches who make houses disappear. Much easier form of, like demolition.
The sheriff only had 2 deputies, so when the peons got there, he wanted to parley while he waited for reinforcements.
They're calling me a peon again.
The crowd.
Oh, he has got that guy did have a star. That guy did have a star on his chest with the gun. Yeah, there. Look, definitely a sheriff.
Oh, it is a sheriff. Okay, all right.
The crowd was real jumpy. The dogs have been howling all night, the peons said, and tomorrow it's us who'll be howling. The sheriff told them that we were going to talk to the government about it, and the crowd calmed down so he could show me this child. 4 days ago, he said, this child was bitten by the witch who had transformed herself into a coyote. The people are really worried. They believe anything they're told.
Wait, the witch transformed herself into a coyote, but she's sitting in the chair.
After the house has been spiritually demolished and removed, and she's just there. I mean, the crowd are in a furore of, animals shape-shifting witches, just working for real estate companies, getting this has got everything. This has got everything. This is genius. I love this. This is great.
Is her house gone? I asked. I don't know. I really don't know. A little later, the crowd was up against the ropes, and they were shouting that the witch had to be killed. They wanted to lynch her. One woman, who was completely hysterical, was saying that she was going to be possessed if we didn't kill the witch right away.
If you get rid of a house by wishing it, if you think house disappear, would you? Why is there a rope there? Why is there there's a single rope holding the crowd? Is that is this part of the realtor estate agency? Is it around that? Is that part of the ritual for house deconstruction?
And then they fired in the air, and the crowd didn't budge. What happened at that moment was very strange.
There's a rope around.
I had the impression that the witch had hypnotized the crowd. Now, watch what's going to happen. Watch the woman who's kneeling.
Don't do that. See, and that's what happens when you transact a sale with a realtor witch. Because as soon as they've got the money, they disappear.
Really happened, and it astonishes me when I see it today. The witch had really and truly disappeared. She knew what she was doing. 6 months later, the story recommenced with the death of the estate owner. The hacienda had been immediately bought up by a mining company who were evacuating the peons. The militia that this company were employing were just a bunch of hoodlums. So I could film, I lied to them and told them I'd been sent by the company. They believed me.
The company.
The villagers were lost. Some of them were saving what they could.
Dude, I'm going to use that every time I get into a jam now and go into some place. They're like, hey, what are you doing here? Hey, I was sent by the company. Oh, yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
From their houses. Others were trying to make them uninhabitable.
By hitting stones on the ground.
But any resistance would have been illegal and a lost cause, and they knew it. This old man was saying a peon must resign himself to life, and that's what they did.
Just pause it there a sec, Jay. Pause it there a sec. D in the chat has said, what's happening? Right. We've got these sequence of films called the Forbidden Documents, which Jay has got hold of and actually has the rights to, which is beautiful. I love this. Okay. And we're looking at them going, are these real forbidden documents? Or is it like a group in the 60s who were making like a Twilight Zone fun? I mean, like, look, if this particular one, The Witch, right, with the house that disappears overnight, the sheriff's, there's quite a bit of money going in here, because if these are all paid actors, like these individuals, so I mean, like, to me, this one's giving a little bit air of reality to it. Did that, you know, like I don't know where this, it doesn't explain where the village is, the time. It just looks, I don't know, or is this stock footage in some description that they've used and pieced together? Either way, so far the roller coaster of tonight has been great. I'm really enjoying this, Jay. This is great. Popstar says when they pulled the blanket off the chair and the witch disappeared, is now a coyote elsewhere.
Okay.
Working at a real estate agent's realtor for some kind of spiritual deconstruction program on behalf of the company.
Yeah, the company, yeah.
Scaring sheriffs and stuff generally, yeah.
Even if some of them believed she was directly responsible for their fate.
This looks like an old cowboy film. I'm not.
Yeah.
Is this 1960s? Like the moustaches are real, right? You
60s, 70s, yeah.
These people.
That's a serious moustache there. That guy's going a long way.
It does.
Later, I learned that the militiamen had left them near a disused mine and that several families had settled in there.
What? Why are you
While the
leaving
others had
people near disused mines? Why are you doing that? Are these bad guys?
No, they're like, here, take this. You can have this territory.
All because a house disappeared overnight in the middle of nowhere.
Kept on walking. There's never any end to an exodus.
There isn't. They continue. Yeah. Keep going. No, we haven't finished yet. Keep going. And
the caravan was just heading into the woods when a dog ran out into the road. I didn't see where it came from, but I attempted to follow it because I had a feeling something was going to happen. It went in the direction of the witch's house. And when I got there myself, the black figure had come back, and the dog had disappeared.
And the blanket is back on the chair.
Yes.
I didn't dare go any closer. I didn't want to know what was under the veil. I knew nobody would ever believe me.
Well, to get there, you have to go past the barrier, which is around.
No,
Is that the end? Is that the end? Oh no! Come on, you can't finish that. I was really enjoying this.
Wow.
Wow. What do you reckon? Real or fake?
I say fake. It was a good setup.
Why?
It was a good
No,
story.
no. I think that was definitely 100% accurate. I think houses disappear. I think witches are real estate agents these days, modern. You know, like I often walk past the estate agent realtor on the corner, and I can see them in there brewing like cauldrons, and crisp like spheres. You know, like oh, okay.
Yep, this is called. I have no idea what I was watching. Yeah, I have no idea what I was watching either. It's like a jumbled mess.
You're watching it and it's entertaining. Don't say it's not. This is great. This is awesome.
Don't say that. This is great. Oh God. No arguing.
Yeah. Right. Okay. 6.
This footage was shot by an American soldier belonging to the airborne troops who took part in the Sicily landings of July 1943. The pictures you see have undergone no editing and remain as we found them on the 19th August 1943 on the beach. This soldier was a very meticulous botanist, for we found in his notebooks very precise descriptions and sketches of all the plants he filmed.
Okay.
There was, however, no other information which could be of any help to us.
What?
We questioned this shepherdess, who remembered well having met the soldier with his camera. But, as these pictures show, she had not wanted to be filmed, so she had not spoken to him. She was unsure of the date. The child told us that the man had given him chewing gum, stroked his little dog, and filmed his sheep. He added that he had been very kind and that he'd been looking all around saying, bello, bello. We were not able to question this old man since he died 1 month before we began our inquiries.
So why
Our
include him
man
then?
ended that 18th August 1943 up above the San Antonio lookout point, then set off in the direction of the beach.
Where they found the footage originally.
19th August 1943. Our soldier seems to be alone on the beach. He tries shooting a panoramic view. He starts on another take. Watch very carefully. When the camera reaches the sea, we can see a dot emerging from the water, and then a second.
Oh,
He has
the merman
spotted them
back.
and reframes his shot.
Yeah.
He has changed lenses. These are apparently just swimmers, but their behavior is strange. They have actually risen up from the bottom of the sea.
They're swimmers, but they're strange.
The child is the first to spot him, the
Apparently.
woman soon after. He goes to meet them. There has been, as you will see in a moment, contact between the soldier and these two beings because he now
Beings?
films from the shore. Look here at the proof that these are not simply swimmers, how they walk on the seabed and do not reappear. Now he films their footsteps before they disappear forever. He is feeling the need to accumulate proof, in our opinion, because he
Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I want to pause that right there. Because that's a human foot. Come on now.
But it's disappearing,
in
Jay.
our
Giving
opinion,
proof
because
that
he
they're
himself
beings.
is not sure of what he has just seen and heard. He goes into the water with his camera. Watch these images closely, because our man is right now making a terrible decision. He tries to
He makes a terrible decision.
show us the path they took.
Yeah, the camera equipment's not waterproof.
These pictures speak for themselves. The man wants to go with them, out there where, as he well knows, he will see and know no
I agree, Planet Pop Star. He must be a long neck. Like, how did he go in the water and the camera's still at the same position?
more. What did they speak to him of?
You know, like
Who
I
are
don't
they?
know if like it often in the lore of sirens and mermaids and mermaids singing people to their doom, it's often because those entities are after new modern camera technology. Not a lot of people know that. It's 100% fact.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Skywatch, and D says absolutely no fighting. is the Queen. Empress, I don't know. I'm not sure. How's it going? We're Skywatch Signal. Hello. We are discussing these forbidden documents films that Jay's got a hold of. I can't tell you how he got hold of them, but it involves disappearing houses and lizards left to right, apparently.
And following your sheep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we will never have an answer to these questions, for the notebook contains no information on these two persons.
Who's that guy?
Was he intending to come back when he left his camera on the beach? Watch. What you are about to see is a true enigma. The soldier enters the water.
Gets wet. Is he going to disappear again under the water?
He walks along the seabed. He has found the path of those he follows. An undiscovered country has opened to him. This man is crossing the frontier. He will never return.
I feel like Incredible Hulk music at the end would have been a perfect.
He will never return. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
I want to know in that video. Have you got any more? You have got more. This is great. Yeah. Run VT next forbidden document.
All right, we got 8, 9. Hold on. Next one.
What's this one? Right. Hold on. Okay. So was that in French or Swiss or something? The forbidden documents. Is this number 2? The Madman at the Crossroads.
Nice.
Been to Ipswich then in Suffolk. An Australian Tibor Nagy, born 15th of 19th at Pex, Hungary, professional mechanic, settles in the United States in 1941 and 1945, marries Helen Bates, war widow, mother of Esther, and owner of a filling station, unable to speak English properly until 1975. What's going on? Grand Central.
Did you read it?
This is color now. So what in this? Yeah. Yeah, I've got all that. Esther.
It is the 15th of April, 1990. The man you
turn it up a bit. Can you turn up the volume a bit?
Is called Tibor Nagy. Today, once again, he will welcome the people who have been his followers for years. A very special anniversary is being prepared for here at the Crossroads at Grand Central. And the story of how Tibor Nagy comes to be celebrating it is one of the strangest ever to befall a man. Tibor Nagy's real story started 36 years ago on the 15th of April, 1954, the day of his 40th birthday. Tibor, his wife Helene, and their daughter Esther, then 12 years old, set off in their car for Woolworth, where Helene's sister lives. There are 2 possible routes from Cape Town to Woolworth: Route 27, just open to traffic, and Route 4, the old road, now empty of heavy vehicles. It is here, 25 miles out, that the Nagy's whole life will reach a turning point. It was about 10:15, Tibor would later declare, when a huge shadow stopped right above us and brought the car to a standstill. Nothing would work. My wife screamed. My daughter started to cry. I told them not to be afraid. And then it seemed like night fell all around us. I don't know how much later.
Is that a senator?
It is, yeah. A random shadow is cast and a senator.
I don't know how much later, when I opened my eyes, we were all in the car, and the car was in a round white room, which was vibrating gently. I got out of the car, and suddenly, right in front of me, I saw the moon coming at me. So I took out my camera, which I always take with me when we have little get-togethers, and I filmed. I was shaking with fear. Good God, was I frightened.
What? And the very first hearing was not to be believed. 2 months later, a second. His conclusions remain a secret. Ooh.
That's not the end of the film, right? Hold on, there's got to be more to this story than. I want actual Hungarian listeners to translate if they're speaking Hungarian.
It says May 6th, 1954.
Okay, yeah, no, you're good, Sam. Yeah.
Yeah, I know I'm good on sound. I gotta turn it up every time I turn the thing up.
Oh, right.
Or it'll be this low. Yeah.
At the same moment, my daughter woke up, and I had to explain to her that I believe we had been picked up by a flying saucer.
He said, I believe we were picked up by a flying saucer.
Okay.
The same second,
Which vibrates slightly.
stepped into the room.
Man, what was he like? Ugyanúgy nézett ki, mint mi, kivéve sisak volt a fején.
He seemed like us, but he was wearing a helmet on his head, and I couldn't see his face. He didn't say anything, but we understood that we needn't be afraid, and that I could film whatever I saw, but not the inside of the ship. I remember perfectly saying, "Yes, sir," and my daughter yelling, "We're higher than the moon." I watched and filmed. I filmed till I was out of film, and then I felt like we were falling. When I opened my eyes, my wife and my daughter were at the back of the car, and we were a few meters away from a road we didn't know. And I told my wife and my daughter, "God wants to test us. We must be brave." 36 years later, Tibor Nagy has taken his car back to the same place. All around him, every detail has been recreated, down to the field which has been cut the same way, and his words remain the same.
When I opened my eyes, my wife and my daughter were at the back of the car. And we were a few meters apart, away from the road we didn't know really. And I told my wife and my daughter, God wants to put us to test. We must be courageous.
No one believed Tibor Nagy's story. Those of us who remember the period will know that scarcely a day went by without some Ohio farmer or fisherman from San Francisco seeing a flying saucer. However, what makes the Nagy affair different is that he is the first to have managed to bring back proof, and that proof is his film, which you are going to see in a few moments. He may have convinced us, but not the investigators. Their surprise soon gave way to mistrust.
Show me the film.
And Tibor is taken for a hoaxer who just wanted to get himself talked about.
No.
He said that he is the owner of his garage thanks to an opportune marriage. Within a few weeks, things start to go downhill for the Nagy family. Everyone is waiting for Tibor
Nagy.
to own up and confess that the whole thing had been staged. Tibor refuses to do so, saying that he'll bring further proofs. If only the ones who had once carried him off would come again. He would be sure to recognize them and so be able to prove that he, Tibor Nagy, is not a liar.
Tibor, yeah.
In February of 1955, the entire Nagy family settles in this tiny garage facing the crossroads at Grand Central. 4 years later, his wife contracts pleurisy, which gets the better of her. His daughter goes back to live in Woolworth, where she will get married before going off to live in Canada so as never to see her father again. Ever since that day in 1954, Tibor waits in the place where they set him down. Over the years, the village has grown in population, but there is still an exclusion zone around his garage. His followers have named him the Madman of the Crossroads, but not in a derogatory way. On the contrary, Tibor is as respected as a man who has met God in person. And it is as if one were setting foot in a shrine on that day when, in remembrance of all his trials, he shows his film.
Right, here we go. Yep.
Please zoom in. Please zoom in.
Come on.
It
Crux.
was April 15. That day, Helen, my wife, and Esther, our daughter, and myself, we should have gone to visit Aunt Martha in Woolworth. That was my 40th birthday. And it became dark. And when I opened my eyes, I saw the moon, like you are seeing it there.
To be fair, this footage is pretty accurate compared to like NASA and that,
We
right?
have flown over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely the moon surface. Definitely. Yeah, yeah. 100%.
But did he take it?
Yeah, he took it in his car, which got lifted up with his family, and he just carried on recording. But he was specifically told not to record the inside of the UFO. But he's still at the crossroad. If you like after the film, Jay, if you can scroll back to the beginning of this one, when he's standing there by Grand Central, like the little cardboard cutout that says Grand Central, he's still there.
We have flown over it.
This is fantastic. Yeah, actual live footages of the moon. Yeah.
And he said he flew over it.
And I woke up. I thought being on Earth, but I was in hell.
Interesting. And is that the end of the full
The
footage?
publicity given by the press to this affair was a kind of protection for Tibor Nagy. Others were less fortunate. 2 years later, the inhabitants of this hamlet, situated 2 miles from the spot where Tibor had been carried off, and about which nothing was ever asked during the investigation, were evacuated, and sometime later the houses were burned to the ground and the road that led to them completely obliterated.
Oh my God!
Why did they
Well, it's all happening there
so
at
badly to
Grand
wipe out
Central,
all
wherever
trace
this
of the
is.
Nagy affair?
Can
Hold
you
on.
scroll? Can you scroll back to the beginning of the clip of the video?
Hold on, one second. Let me hear this real quick.
Yeah.
And about which nothing was ever asked during the investigation, were evacuated, and sometime later the houses were burned to the ground and the road that led to them completely obliterated. Why did they want so badly to wipe out all trace of the Nagy affair?
The Nagy affair.
Nagy's, yeah. You got to watch your Nagy's now and again. There's. Can you scroll back to begin? I want to like the picture of the man right at the beginning of the clip. Right at the beginning. Keep going. That is. This is the bit I don't understand. If you go back. Right. There. Perfect.
Okay.
I mean, like, if you're going to have a Grand Central sign, that's just
put together with cardboard.
I mean, what? It's a field next to a road. He's still there. He is the madman at the crossroads. He's still there to this day.
Madman at the crossroads, brother.
Do you reckon that was real or fake, Jay?
I mean,
like pound for pound, what's going? The diving one we reviewed so far.
The diving one was crap. That was done.
No.
What? You liked it?
I thought as a piece of cinema, it's arguably one of the best things I've ever witnessed.
The diving one?
Yeah. If you listen, like yeah. I'm gonna come back into this podcast and I'm gonna rewatch all of these again because I think they're great.
All right, I'll give them to you.
The child.
This home video, unique of its kind, is a warning. It was put together by Mr. father of Peter and responsible for shooting the footage. Even as we tell you of it now, this story has only just reached its conclusion. As you are about to hear, Peter's father doesn't tell us everything, far from it, and a lot of things remain mysterious. Wherever possible, we have tried to cast some...
Lisa Flame of Virgo asked, do you guys go in person to haunted places?
No, I send a ghost.
I would like to tell you...
I haven't done any paranormal on-ground investigations, but Jay?
We are going to be doing one with the Tedesco brothers next month. Coming up in February, probably middle of February, we will be going out and doing a live broadcast, Galactic Family, from the actual site of where the Tedesco brothers are going to be investigating their phenomenon with their nightcrawlers. So we are going to be actually transitioning into going to places.
I do have a story. Actually, I was thinking about this earlier, Jay, about spirit investigations and paranormal. Have I recanted to you the story of a friend of mine whose boyfriend was decapitated on a motorcycle? And I had to kind of go in and cleanse the house. That was interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, it's pretty dark. So, I mean, on occasion, I've been kind of summoned as an individual to go and kind of clear the air and let spirits out and get back to its source. Where in cases where the individual human has gone so quickly. Yeah.
Some light on those shadowy areas. The 30th October 1979, my son and his mother leaving the hospital. Peter was born on the 14th October. The examinations were endless. I haven't found the matron. I'm convinced she lied to us. 16 days after his birth, Peter at last came home and our life changed. We didn't go out anymore. We didn't have anyone round. In these pictures, Peter is exactly a month old. Since we got back from hospital, we hadn't noticed anything out of the ordinary. His mother and I were happy and regaining our confidence.
This has The Exorcism written all over it. And like, what was that one movie called? With the child.
The Omen?
Huh?
The Omen?
Yes, yeah. The Omen written all over it.
Great film.
At 3 months, Peter was a very quiet child who smiled in his sleep, so we were sure that any danger was remote. Here, for reasons we don't know, the father's commentary ceases for several minutes. We'll get it back later. The images which follow perhaps explain this silence. It seems it all started towards the 6th month. Watch carefully. The mother is playing with Peter. While his mother's attention is elsewhere, the child looks up at his toy and the toy rises. It was the father who slowed down these images himself by way of silent commentary on this thing they'd been dreading all along. It is now the 14th of October, 1980. What has happened over the last 6 months, we shall never know. The parents enter the room and find the curtains of the bed, as you can see, in disorder. These knots, which the father comes back onto, prove it could not have been merely a breeze or the curtains coming unhooked while the child was asleep, but that it was the child himself who exercised his willpower on them. And if any more proof was needed, the child provided it the very next day, the 15th of October, when once again they found the curtains, this time in an improbable and, it must be said, rather disturbing position, and the parents do not hide their emotion. But how can they have let him do it? It's unlikely that they would not have kept an eye on the child alerted by the events of the day before. But those images we will never see, himself who exercised his willpower on them. And if any more proof was needed, the child provided it the very next day, the 15th of October, when once again they found the curtains, this time in an improbable and, it must be said, rather disturbing position, and the parents do not hide their emotion. But how can they have let him do it? It's unlikely that they would not have kept an eye on the child alerted by the events of the day before. But those images we will never see, since they doubtless confirmed to the parents that Peter would never be like other children. Here, our little boy is 18 months old. He has been under the doctors for 6 months. We are told that it will all pass given time, and that we should carry on as if nothing was happening. It's true that at first Peter only used his power on insignificant things, but despite all our efforts, we had trouble coming to terms with the extraordinary. And as time passed, what happened was the exact opposite of what they had predicted to us, as we finally understood on Christmas Day, when Peter, who was 3.5, started to truly master.
So we've got psionics.
His power.
It's 1982 now. It's progressing at a rapid pace. I'm not sure why the name was beeped out at the beginning of this particular clip. You know, this is like an episode of Forbidden Documents, which Jay's come into possession of, and we're just decoding these. The suspicion from me is that these aren't quite actual cases or forbidden in any way, shape, or form. I feel maybe
documentary series,
like they're trying to pull the wool over my eyes with some Twilight Zone-esque storytelling. But to be fair, as entertainment, and I would put this in the entertainment category, this is some of the best stuff I've ever watched ever in my entire life. And I'm nearly 50. This is great. I'm really enjoying it.
As you will see twice, he managed to unhook the balls from the tree. Just one at first, but then he was so proud of what he'd done that he kept 3 of them up above his head with an ease that was entirely new. This was the
fishing
first
rod.
time he managed to display several objects at the same time. During these moments, Peter was so happy that we were quite disarmed.
Yeah, I'd be
It was
freaking
my
out. Okay, we
There
go.
we go.
parents who advised me to do laboratory experiments. I'll remember this day all my life. Peter was in an isolation chamber, and a man was asking him to make the foam rubber ball in front of him move. Peter couldn't do it and seemed completely lost. We couldn't speak to him. So what was he thinking of? Did he think we'd leave him there? Was he afraid of something? We never spoke roughly to him. Did he feel threatened by this doctor, who kept giving him orders? Did the man use a gesture or expression that Peter could have misinterpreted? We have asked ourselves these questions, and many others, over and over again, trying to find an explanation for what happened. Peter tried to explain that he couldn't do anything with the ball, so the doctor asked him to concentrate on him and to look into his eyes. Peter complied, and a few seconds later the doctor staggered out of the room and said to us, "I pity you, he's a monster."
He's a monster.
Ever since that
Oh,
day, we
come
kept
on.
Peter completely isolated, fearing that he might turn into a fairground attraction. Sensing what he was capable of, we saw nobody anymore. We lived with his power like a handicap that had to be completely hidden. We were helpless, we didn't know what to do. But these little family moments remind me how happy the three of us were. We were living a sort of secret life, completely turned in on ourselves, and I don't think we ever realized just how used to it Peter had become.
And then Peter did a carry.
Until he got angry.
Yeah.
He didn't mind at all spending his days in the garden with no one for company except his parents and the dog he was so intensely attached to.
I'm getting triggered by this a little bit.
Here, the father's commentary stops once again. The rest is written in haste, but from what we have heard, we can have an idea of the final drama.
Final drama.
Look carefully at this photo, which brings together everyone. We have good reason to believe it was taken on the eve of the terrible events. Who would think from these smiling faces that in a matter of a few hours this family will be doubly hit?
It's going to be a plot
Our
twist.
inquiry has established that the next
No.
day they were all to go to Homewood School, specializing in children who, like Peter, show the particularities that you now know about. The first words scribbled by the father are, "I told him that we wouldn't be able to take the dog." Peter's reaction is not slow in coming. It is every bit as intense and fine as the love he had for the
That looks
animal.
like a lag.
He couldn't
Just
take the
that's
idea
a
of being
special
separated,
effect.
continues the father, and there was nothing we could do to calm him down. What Peter is capable of is terrifying. What happened a bit later when his mother attempted to reason with him, I was not able to film. What happened was an accident.
Can you
I am
pause
leaving
for a
this
sec?
cassette behind.
Whilst his powers are unimaginable and it truly is some kind of monster, he is handy at Christmas, putting the decorations on the tree quite high without,
Behind us testimony. Don't anybody try to find us. It's not his fault. I love my son. This story reached its denouement less than a year ago. After the events you have just seen, Mr. fled with Peter into a mountainous region. They would hide there for 7 years. During the winter of 1990, Mr. fell gravely ill. Peter, who was just 11 years old, decided to go down to the valley. He managed to cross the snowed-in hills and thus save the life of his father. Today, Peter has lost none of his powers and is cared for in a specialist institute.
What?
Okay. Well, okay, yeah. I mean, just viewers who are tuning in and wondering what's happening. Jade, would you like to give an overview of what these are before? Have we got one more to go?
We got 9, 10, 11, and 12.
There's more. Okay. These are videos that Galactic.
All right, these are 1960, 1970s videos, supposedly from that era. They were a failed production company called, the Forbidden Files, that were supposed to come out in the 60s, 70s, which I have just now myself gotten the copy and I have the rights.
Yeah. But just to point out, they're like, if you're wondering if these are real documents, that we suspect that they're not. We're just viewing them for the first time.
Yeah, the commentary. You know,
No,
just
no
commentary.
animals were harmed in this production.
No, that definitely looked like a rag, dude.
They're reconstructions with menacing voiceover, and whoever's writing the scripts for these, the Crown film The Young. Okay, let's go. In 1973, amateur cineast Herbert Crown donated all his film archives to the Church Road Library, where, so as commented by the Crown himself, figured Herbert Crown among the huge mass documents. It reveals the truth about the Mendoza affair. Yeah. Yeah.
I was 17 years old. My aunt had just given me my first cine camera. Right away, I put aside my still camera and ran off to film our church to thank the Lord. Then I asked people to come out of their houses. It was a bit like still photography. I never really got out of that habit. I filmed Miss Fearworth, who buried all her husbands in her house. She never wanted to tell me if it was true. Even when she was dead, she still scared me some. I filmed the man from the toy shop who displayed all his family in front of the shop to show that just because he was prosperous didn't mean he led a sinful life. I filmed Timothy Skiro back when he was honest. I still to this day don't know how he turned into the bandit we know now. Timothy intimidated me a bit, but he was a great guy. Now, the day of his first court appearance, I was the only one waiting there. And when they finally took him away, I had no film left. I'm the only one who can remember his face at that moment. The newspaper boy was quite...
Jay, your face is beautiful, man. Your face is beautiful.
He pulled out one of his teeth so he could whistle louder. Every year, people passed through who we were sure never to see again. But me, I didn't want to forget them. One day, I filmed the two we called the Railroad Twins. They were kind of well-known in the county, so the train often used to stop to make them happy. They never got on it. They never left Church Road. They always had their suitcases with them, but everyone knew they were empty. In fact, very few folks got on the train at Church Road. The station keeper was always worried it was going to be closed down. He thought of it as a bit like his house. His son wanted to be a train driver. And I know he made it. I'm glad. Every day I filmed Margaret. I loved her. I filmed her. Then we got married.
Jay, what are you?
We
Jay,
lived in this house for 35 years.
You need to
at
stop.
number
Pause this
66.
one. Yeah, this Herbert Crown. Apparently people sit at the Church Road rail station with empty
people,
just with empty bags, and they never get on the train. They just stand there. They're still there. They're still there. Yeah. Skywatch Signal. Where the heck did you dig this BS out from, Jay? I don't. Skywatch Signal. I'm not sure.
Come on.
Skywatch Signal. I'm not sure where these have come from, but I'm happy about it. This is some of the best viewing. Like my brain can't handle these clips, these videos. Right. Just to point out, please don't think they're real. Well, they are real, but I mean, it's from somebody's script writing here. But I think
just think of it as like a TV show that was trying to make it in the 60s or 70s, kind of come out with paranormal stuff, and it was just a bunch of different stories that they picked throughout the world that they were going over.
Or it's loosely based on fact, and they were never meant to be aired.
That too, because of the beep, which we're going to see if we can get that removed.
We used to spend just about every Sunday with them. Mr. Young was kind of secretive. He was real proud of his situation. Mrs. Young was a real sweet woman. Robert Young was born 1 month before Gloria. We waited so we could baptize them the same day. A great occasion.
Where do you think the production company's getting the footage from? Do you reckon this is like an archival footage with a filter put over the top to make it look that it's... Because Forbidden Documents, if it's a cancelled series that never made ABC or whatever the channel is in the States, right? If this is like a Twilight Zone wannabe kind of like Blair Witch Project, low budget production, right? They've got a lot of actors. That mouse doll in the background, I'm having nightmares about that now. Okay, like can run VT? I can't handle the mouse.
The
Stop
first
it.
hours,
Thank
Gloria
you.
and Robert were always together, and we gave up all our time to them. We spent long days in the garden. We spoke of the future, about having large families. But life had different ideas, and neither the Youngs nor us had any other children. Gloria and Robert shared the same games, the same fears, the same joys. Maybe they share the same memories. The day they went to school for the first time, we were as torn up as they were because we knew it was the end of a chapter. They were already starting to leave us. A while later, Young became sullen and irritable.
What is
It's
the
true,
Mendoza
being
affair?
protective of our children, we did everything we could so they'd stay together. How many secrets did they have left to share when they fell for each other?
Oh.
It was around the same time that Mr. and Mrs. Young got divorced.
This guy's lurking in the bushes.
The thing that
with his camera.
surprised us was how quick he had his ex-secretary move in.
Oh.
The day our children went out on their first date together, Young refused to lend them his car. I figured he was getting old with all the bitterness of a spoiled child, and as time went on, he couldn't stand the sight of youth and all the promise it contains. The long-announced marriage took place, but it wasn't the celebration we'd looked forward to.
Why is
And
his
everyone
head in
made
a
an effort
bandage?
to get it over as quick as possible.
He's got bandage on his wedding day. Why?
2 years later, the Mendoza business shook
There we
up
go.
Church Road. Maria Mendoza was 25 years old. She worked as a home help for some neighbors close by. One
Right.
day, she disappeared, taking nothing with her. The police didn't make any inquiries because nobody lodged a complaint. Since I'd never filmed Maria Mendoza outside the house, I filmed her room.
This guy's creepy. This guy's creeping me out.
On the 28th of June, 1963, we were awakened by a strong smell of smoke. Young was burning green leaves. Was he trying to hide something or attract our attention? We never saw much of him. He'd never been interested in gardening. The following Sunday, I suggested that my wife give a puppy to the new Mrs. Young. Mr. Young had stayed over in New York on business. Seeing how happy she was, I was suddenly ashamed of what I was doing. Real early next morning, I lay...
What were you doing?
I don't know, but Herbert Young is doing quite a strange voiceover for his documentation on the Mendoza affair, being inside people's rooms and stuff. I'm not sure quite if maybe on this particular episode they just like what was the mind behind the production? Just like, oh, like we've got some footage, put it together, just say some stuff over the top, make it spooky.
I decided
Pretty
to
much.
film secretly from every possible part of my house. To this day, I don't know why I didn't have a frank talk with Young from the first. I, who had always filmed folks head-on, now found myself under covers, behind curtains, or balancing in the bathtub, keeping watch on my neighbor, who was happily walking her little dog, who she looked on as a real token of our friendship.
He's a stalker. He's balancing in his bathtub to go freaking look at the lady next door.
He's used his camera in every possible corner of his property.
Oh my God.
I often
didn't
try
like
to record the same way.
But I did it.
He did it.
But I
On the
did.
third day, at 11:13 a.m., the dog went scratching around the bushes where I'd seen Mr. Young.
I think he's just...
neighbor...
I think that the commentator in this kind of like voice is just watching the video in real time, making it up, and just got like a loop. Like, I think that's what this particular forbidden document is.
Intervened too quick and nothing happened. The fourth day, he was back there at 5:24 p.m.
Scratching
But
around.
His mistress was still right behind him. To get her to leave the dog outside, I asked my wife to call her on the phone. But in spite of the insistent ringing, she went after him again. But I knew I wouldn't have long to wait.
I knew I wouldn't have long to wait.
But on the sixth day, the dog dog stopped short. Something must have spooked him because he didn't do anything.
It's a puppy.
I had to wait for the 9th day. It was at exactly 2:38 p.m. that the dog went into the bushes. Mrs. Young only called
So
him once,
11:13,
and she
4:20.
too gave in to curiosity. And after making sure no one was about, she started scratching around real hard, like someone who really wanted to find something. At 2:54 p.m., she found, I only saw it later, a glove. I guessed it was the first, but in
Gardening glove.
fact, this one completed the pair.
Why is he noting this down? What's going on? And what's the Mendoza affair? Is it just somebody disappeared and it wasn't reported? What the heck am I
Astonishment.
watching?
I don't know.
Came
This is
looking for
great.
me.
I don't know.
I asked my wife, who'd stayed hidden to film everything we got up to. She freely showed me the blood-stained gloves.
The blood-stained gloves. Now,
I reckon it's Maria Mendoza who hasn't quite disappeared, and he's on like some detective case to find out with his documentary skills of scratching around in bushes. Maria Mendoza reappears as an entity, like in some kind of blood-soaked nightmare.
oh yeah.
To my astonishment, she came looking for me. I asked my wife, who'd stayed hidden to film everything we got up to. She freely showed me the blood-stained gloves and the place where, thanks to the dog, she'd found them. I acted like I was amazed and had just found out. It was about 3:15.
Okay. I reckon Herbert Crown, the commentator, Herbert Crown, has done something bad to Maria Mendoza. I reckon it's the viewer, the commentator is. Yeah, sorry.
That's true. Who's filming? I think it's
I'm on
the
a
guy-
roller coaster here. I'm not sure
the
quite.
guy-
Yeah. Wait, who's filming? It's me. I'm filming. You're filming.
No. Who's filming when this guy's out in the garden? This guy's wife is inside, I think. Filming.
Yeah, well, Herbert Crown, the man, said that his wife is recording as he's noting stuff down as well. So there's a couple, but why they're recording their neighbours with a new dog puppy scratching around at 11:13 by a bush, and then they find these gloves, and Maria just disappears.
Anyone can see us, but curiosity can really get a hold of you. It took me a good half hour to dig up the bushes. I found the head first.
That's
short
actually
hair
not
like
bad
a nun.
special effects.
It really was poor Maria Mendoza.
Yeah, told you, knew it. I'm a
Our neighbor
detective.
asked me
It's
who on
Maria.
earth could have done this. I replied I was very much afraid it was Mr. Young. I could see she was real upset. She asked me how long I'd known.
They've just found a
I told
corpse
her
in
about
their
2
back
weeks.
garden that the dog found.
I
Did
kept
you see
feeling
that?
sorry.
If you go back, it's quite good special effects on the corpse in the ground. Yeah, there we go. Look, looks a bit like a grey alien.
I started digging. Anyone can see us, but curiosity can really get a hold of you.
Note the reaction of the two individuals.
Wow, look at that.
That's good, isn't it? I like that. It's not bad. Like for 19.
A good half hour to dig up the.
Unless it's
bushes.
real. Is it real? Are we what we're watching? We should never have found the forbidden documents.
I found the head first. She had short hair like a nun. It really was poor Maria Mendoza.
Yeah.
Our neighbor asked me who on earth could have done this. I replied I was very much afraid it was Mr. Young. I could see she was real upset. She asked me how long I'd known. I told her about 2 weeks. I kept feeling sorry for her, and deep down I was mad at myself for what I'd done, but I just couldn't forget the body behind us. In the end, she came back and asked me if that was why I'd given her the puppy. I'm afraid my silence said it all. Later, she told me that Mr. Young was real happy at the idea that he'd soon be a grandfather for the 3rd time. I thought the children should be kept in the dark about all this. I reckoned it was all pretty hard on her. Real hard. So I replanted the bushes.
Wait. Over the corpse?
The Sundays continued. We never spoke about it again. We just kind of tacitly agreed never to go down the end of the garden. As for me, I never again filmed folks sitting out front of their houses because I could no longer look them in the face to ask them. I gave all my archives to the Church Road Library. I saved my last shots for my family. I haven't touched my camera for 10 years now. When I look at these pictures again, I feel grotesque, and I reckon we all were. What happened? What was I thinking of? Young died last year. I decided to talk.
That's it.
Just the cinema audience is stunned.
Come on, George, you need a monocle.
I believe it's in my final form. I shall have one.
George needs a monocle.
Maybe. Yeah, I think the Mendoza affair is a solid case that should be investigated.
The extraterrestrial is up next.
I can barely contain myself at this. Literally, I'm shaking at the some part of my body. I'm shaking. The extraterrestrial, right? What can they come up with this? Anybody viewing in, tuned in, these are absolutely genuine, legitimate videos that we've been secretly handed through a dead drop at Bethesda. Jay went up to Maryland. There's a certain bench. I can't mention the bench. Code word of yellow coyote was said, and a bunch of files, including these videotapes, were handed over to Jay, who is only now able to release them to the general public. So please, if you're new in the chat, please sit back, lock yourself in. It's going to be a bombshell. Let's go.
Oh yeah. No, this being left on YouTube, D, because I can leave it on because of the fact that these videos I actually have the copyright for. So we actually own them on the Galactic Family. All 12 of these videos are owned by us.
Yeah, this is yeah. And they came by way of a bench in Maryland.
Don't give away my secrets.
Yeah, yellow coyote. There is no connection at all. But what? There's no connection at all. The research pursued at Takahama was complete on the 7th of July 1969. Professor H.G. Wellmind.
All right, pause it there. So there's no connection at all between Oklahoma and the 22. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wellmind, mate. Well in mind. Wellmind. Do you like your mining of your mind?
In 1961, on the plateau of Takahama, the first exchange took place between Earthlings and, referred to by the term, guests. To honor this extraordinary opportunity, our two countries put aside their differences. The place of residence of the guests was this military camp, which they did not leave for 8 years. The buildings on ground level at Takahama made it look like a modest training camp, but its imposing underground structure housed extensive research units. Nothing has ever been leaked about the type of experiments that were carried out there, the number of persons involved, and the researches pursued, even if we can easily guess as to their purpose. But as we can see from this footage taken after the evacuation of Takahama, all sensitive areas have been sealed off or destroyed. These precautions are a sure indication of the importance of this location and the secrets it still surely contains in the heavy silence that surrounds this gigantic wreck of top-secret scientific research. In 1967 came the return, but the 3 Earthlings were never to come back from where they'd been sent. Of the guests, only 2 were present, one of them, according to the official version, having escaped. The Takahama mystery had begun.
Is that a real place?
We have to look it up.
Yeah. Nothing can be proved.
Says it was evacuated. Colonel.
D.H. Lane.
Word that made me shudder till the 20th of July. Huh. A.A. Verishkia.
Verskaya. Okay. Well, here we go.
10 months later, one of the guests, answering to the code name Alson 2, was found in a district of On one of the tapes recently released by the International Commission on... You can hear this recording reporting on these images, the only ones we possess of this surveillance.
Olsen, too, as a subject, kept very precise and regular hours. He only appeared at the window at the close of day. He was always dressed to go out and gave the impression he was watching for a signal or waiting for someone. During the 2 months of this surveillance, Olsen, too, was completely alone. He never replied to the telephone, despite our frequent calls, and only went out 2 times a week. He always bought the same things. I don't know where his money came from. The footage from when Olsen went out has been destroyed at the request of... One day, Olsen...
It looks like John Candy.
It's the Takahoma incident. Are you not aware of this one?
I'm not aware of this one.
You've never heard of Professor Wellmind or Colonel Lane? No? Should do. It's very famous. We're about to expect like that. We can't prove anything, but here's a film about it.
Who got onto it? I think he may well have known of our existence for a long time. Since from the day he went into this house, he never switched the light off.
One day, Olsen, too, actually manages to slip this close surveillance and disappears again. Has he really escaped, or is this a transfer disguised as an escape? We shall never know.
We shall never know. The images you are going to see will teach you nothing. They show nothing and they prove nothing. General J.D. Rowan.
1 year later, in those circles responsible for leaking Secret Service documents to the press, this unidentified film does the rounds. We are in a studio equipped with surveillance cameras. The mountain, we can't help noticing, is in the United States.
We can't.
Somebody find this mountain and we'll know where they're taping.
Triangulate, quick, get the team on it. We need to triangulate this position, find Takahoma and these alien, pesky extraterrestrials with people, doctors who sit inside all the time, come to the window, but don't turn the light on. It proves
Find
nothing.
this mountain, people. Let's go. We got this.
It is inside of Lake Memphremagog. We are therefore on the Canadian shore.
Canadian shore.
Or somewhere in America, we're not sure. It proves nothing, Jason.
This footage was taken on the 17th July 1969. It shows us an individual who resembles the man we saw in the house. He must be in pain as he is taking medication. These medications seem to bring relief for a few hours. If this man is Olsen too, his condition is reassuring, since he is clearly too weak to pose any threat. Any danger, if there were any, is thus remote. But it becomes apparent with the first pictures that what we are being shown is the interior of the house, which remained unseen by us in the surveillance tape.
Is that Miguel again? Is that Miguel? That is Miguel.
This permits...
Oh my
I'm sure
God,
it's Miguel. It's Miguel from season 1, episode 1. I'm sure.
Is to hypothesize that this film is a fake, since it insists on showing us something which we have never seen and which has no point of reference. These pictures are from the 18th of July 1969. Remember this date because the choice of it is already a start to resolving the mystery of Takahama. This footage was doubtless destined for the entirely respectable archives which wrapped up the experiments at the base. But who really is this man was shown? Was he already sick? Did he know what was going to happen to him? In these pictures, he is surely being spoken to. If not, why the loudspeaker? Why don't we hear the sound? What is really being said to him? He seems to be...
D, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. You will be helping us shine a light into the shadows, and we will continue that for you.
We will continue entertaining.
Totally lacking in any reaction. What orders are being given to him? It is the 19th of July, 1969. Look, at the right-hand corner of the bed, his box of medications has disappeared. Were these medicines or antidotes? Is this the reality of the fate he so anxiously awaits? It seems he has just found out the answer. Watch carefully what is about to happen. In a few moments, this supposed Olsen too will achieve his destiny, but we are sure that his fate was decided a long time ago. Had he been conditioned? What choice did he really have? We are to be spared no unpleasantness, for it is more important now than ever that this man die today, and that his death not be in doubt for one moment. These images are a message to the whole of humanity. Olsen 2 died on the 19th of July, 1969. The next day, the 20th of July, 1969.
That's a very good question, Skywatch. Who's filming if he's dead?
Neil Armstrong.
Just remember, this film proves nothing. General somebody or another.
Yeah. Proves nothing, says nothing, shows nothing. Yeah, General so-and-so.
1969, Neil Armstrong set foot on the moon. The Takahama mystery deepened a little more.
What?
The mystery deepens further by ending the episode without seeing any extra. I feel out the ones we've watched so far of this, the Ferguson case. Okay, what's this?
I don't know, dude. That's a good question. Where is the ET? Because when in that one, it was the extraterrestrial, wasn't it? Hold on.
Could have been
9. What was it? 9, 10.
Filming. Yeah, Skywatch.
Yeah, it's called the extraterrestrial.
Whoever's filming this could be a serial unaliver or something.
Possibility. This is my favorite one, brother. Okay. Favorite.
Have you watched any of these?
I have seen this one and this one only.
Right, and okay.
Hello, my name is Henry Matthews, and I am the host of the At Once Show, broadcast live on WACN TV. Today, in order to bring my testimony to the Documents Interdits series, I would like to show you some pictures that very few people have ever seen. But first, let me tell you a little bit about At Once. 3 times a week, we open the television station switchboard between the hours of 8 p.m. and midnight. On a simple call from a member of the general public who wishes to bear testimony or would like to shed light on some particular event or situation that we agree.
I feel like I'm being hypnotized and I don't know it.
Yeah. Skywatch thing was right, though. The WACN, they went out of business and they're bankrupt. What's that?
I said, is WACN an actual station that's been... It was?
Yes, at one point, right there.
Is it because of the Ferguson case?
You can say it was
the television station switchboard.
Rip of Art Bell, yeah. Rip off of Art Bell, what he's doing now.
On a simple call from a member of the general public who wishes to bear testimony or would like to shed light on some particular event or situation that we agree should be exposed to the public. We dispatch a mobile television crew so that we can all witness live the development of the situation. In the 3 years that we've been broadcasting this show, we've never run into any true serious problems. We've had some rather strong, intense moments, but never anything that could have endangered the crew's life. Although they are often subject to rather erratic and peculiar human behavior, very different people living in all sorts of places. Now, I would say that At Once is the sort of television show which needs an enormous technical backup because we are willing to go anywhere. We are on the lookout for anything, and we show everything. On May 15th, 1989, at 8:45 p.m., we received a call from Mrs. Anna Marie Ferguson at 1036 Sun Avenue.
At Once, good evening, go ahead. Your name and address, please.
There. Somebody can look up that address there, right there.
I'm not sure you should do that. There could be a witch there on a chair with a blanket over it.
Noise.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. They've been moving in the darkness for 2 weeks.
What are they? Animals? Squatters? Water pipes?
No, I don't know, but they're moving. They came here and found nothing.
Must be hiding.
You feel you're in danger? Okay, Mrs. Ferguson. They're in your house, they're noisy. You don't know what they are, and the police have found nothing. Hello? Hello?
Well, it looks pretty deserted, if you ask me. I think I want to verify the address. Henry, could you confirm the address for me, please? Well, this is the place.
Well, get out then. Go and investigate. Get out of the vehicle. Go and find Anne Ferguson.
Just continue along up.
A little old lady in there, all by herself, with aliens in the closet.
Yeah, I'm here live in the mobile TV unit. We're at the location. Is it the right location? What do I do now?
The driveway till we get to the house. And I'm
Okay, describe it.
Mrs. Ferguson there.
Okay.
She's probably seen us arrive on the television set, and she should be waiting for us at the front door.
Apparently there's something inside moving.
Just want to remind you, we're at 1036 Sun Avenue. We got a call from a Mrs. Ferguson. Apparently, she's been hearing some mysterious sounds inside her house, and we want to check out what that's all about.
Commercial break.
Mrs. Ferguson? Mrs. Ferguson? It's the At Once crew. We're here. No answer. I don't see any lights on up there either. In fact, the place looks a little empty right now. While we're waiting for Mrs. Ferguson to come out, why don't we take a look at these grounds, what we can see anyway. Some trees over there, and a nice wall. This appears to be, I'd say, a manor house. It must be probably a good 100 years old, but it's in lovely condition. Ah, there's something here at the front door. Mrs. Ferguson? Mrs. Ferguson, it's the At Once crew. Come on out and meet us. We'd love to see you. Maybe she's a little bit shy, huh? Well, that's okay. Maybe she'd like to remain anonymous. We at the At Once show certainly do respect your anonymity. After all, this is your show, and, well, if you choose to be that like that...
Hold on. She's given her name, she's phoned in, she's given her address. How do you respect the anonymity?
Come on up.
Doors open.
Mrs. Ferguson?
You can't break in there, mate. You're not allowed to do that. It's against the law.
If you can hear me, it's the At Once show. Would you mind if we came in?
Any reply? If not, you're going to have to turn around and leave. I'm sorry, Miss Ferguson didn't exist.
That's pretty strange.
Don't go in. Authorization to enter the house given by...
Given by the studio to enter the house.
Is that why they shut down? Is that why they got? Is there like some legal action for breaking and entering into houses?
Terrorizing some young or some little old
warrant?
lady.
Yeah. Have you got a warrant? Yeah, I'm with the local TV show.
They told me to go in.
Live.
Hello.
And we go.
Let's take a look over here.
In we go. Mysterious house, over 100 years old. First steps.
Whoa. As you can see, this is a very spacious and gracious house. And someone could hide here for a very long time if they didn't want to be found. Take a look at that. Beautiful frescoes on the ceiling.
Wow, that's beautiful artwork, though.
I would say that that's an indication of the tastes of our hosts, of the people who live here, from whom we'd be very pleased to receive a guided tour at any time. Let's take a look upstairs.
Don't go poking around.
It's the At Once crew.
Yeah. You're sitting there talking about her anonymity and stuff, the address respected, and these guys are just walking all over the place in her house.
Right from the get-go, it's Mrs. Anna Ferguson of 1153 Sunset, whatever strip drive it is, phone number and everything. Like, yeah.
We took the liberty of allowing ourselves in because you opened the door for us. Mrs. Ferguson.
Skywatch with this is the worst satire ever. No, I think it's genius. I think the production quality here is so good.
Well, here we are in a small lounge, which is right next door to a much larger lounge, and
something's going to happen.
as I get to take a look
Door's
around
gonna
here, I
slam.
see that it's absolutely filled with pieces of art, all shapes and sizes and descriptions. Obviously, this is the home of a great collector, but we still haven't seen Mrs. Ferguson, nor has she given us any indication of where she is. Henry, can you hear me? Because I certainly cannot hear you. I've got to tell you something. As you might be able to see, our light has gotten quite a bit dimmer. And we lost
Could be the
contact.
battery running out.
It was, we were cut off or just what happened, but it was very strange. I don't know, did you receive me?
Does he disappear? Does he go? Is the Ferguson go? Like
Second unit arrived.
that'll be the best thing ever. That'll be the best thing ever if the presenter is lost
It's the
in
At-Once
the
crew.
cellar and then disappears.
Live on WACN TV. Mrs. Ferguson.
Mind you, this is brand new equipment now.
Mrs. Ferguson. Mrs. Ferguson, would you come out, please?
Where are you, Mrs. Ferguson?
Why are you going through the doors, dude? Come to your bedroom.
This is where we cut off. Because suddenly, this horror film situation turned to drama. Sometime before, another car and crew had left to go to 1036 Sun Avenue. And the pictures we received were these.
There
the
it
car
is.
was the undeniable proof that it was the same place, 1036 Sun Avenue. Now, watch carefully the picture.
Popstar says they could have just here's the light switch. Beep, we've got power. We can see everything in the house now. Right. After breaking and entering with your authorized WACN accredited.
When I put the first crew back on air, this is what I received.
Henry Matthews, I think you can still hear me, even though I can't hear you.
Is he lost in time?
So I'm
Is he
going to
still
continue
here?
with our visit. I don't know how much you can see, though, because I've never done a live broadcast in the dark. But while we still have a little light left, we're going to see what's around here.
Turn the light on.
No, his camera, dude, is dimming. Like they're trying to say that the battery's dying.
Find a light switch.
Again, for the second time.
It's a little click, on the wall.
Come in here. Take a look at this.
Don't know.
That's what he's trying to say. His battery died the second time.
What are we looking at? I can't see anything.
Oh,
This is very
no.
strange. It's all over the floor. I don't know what it is. It looks like it's
What is it? Dust?
It's snow.
incredible.
He's outside.
It's like snow.
In the beginning, we couldn't believe it. and we
Sorry,
kept
is that
switching
snow in
from
the house or out of
inside
the house?
That's in the house.
Okay.
to the outside. But
That's
then
in the house.
we had to admit that we were facing some kind of supernatural manifestation, a different reality. I had only to push that on-air button to let 12 million viewers see this spectacle.
12 million?
But I couldn't push the button.
This corridor is far too long to be part of the house we entered. I gotta tell you, I don't feel very comfortable about this whole situation. There's something unhealthy, almost unreal about this place. I don't know what it is. One thing I can tell you, it's not fake. And to prove that to you, we're going to keep going until we
100%,
find
yeah.
exactly
No,
what's
it's
going
totally
on.
legitimate. This is real snow.
Mrs.
It's real
Ferguson.
snow in a house.
Well, I don't know about the quality of the pictures you're still receiving, but can you see that over there?
No.
It seems to be an almost human-like shape on top of what seems to be a sofa. Let's go in a little bit closer, take a look. Now, if you're feeling a little sensitive, maybe you better back away from the TV screen. Mrs. Ferguson?
Mrs. Ferguson. Bit louder, mate. Come on.
I thought I heard something from over there. Let's go check it out. Almost beyond this wall.
Don't ruin it, D. It's the mystique of an investigation. Got to be a bit quiet.
What is this?
Yeah, black screen. This is great. 12 million viewers.
See that? Beginning to wonder if we still have a ceiling over our heads. Mrs. Ferguson!
I would like you to stay
Mrs. Ferguson!
as we did.
Get to the chopper!
What happened to the vehicles, the drivers, the backup crew? Are they still there?
We made inquiries. So did the police. We searched the place from top to bottom. In vain. All that was left to us was that telephone conversation recorded at the switchboard at 8:45. But there again, another great surprise awaited us. We had it analyzed to the extent of rooting out the words that were hidden underneath all that crackling. You'll remember that the connection was very poor, that the voice seemed very distant. And indeed it was. That conversation dated back to the 1930s when Anna Mae Ferguson lived in that house.
In the 1930s.
In those days, the region was developing so rapidly that the city development couldn't keep up with it, namely the sewers. And so they had a lot of rat problems for a couple of years. And Mrs. Ferguson was, in fact, calling the exterminators. Well, you can imagine the interference on the line. Never saw them again.
And we never saw them again.
No, she's still there in 1930s at 1036 Sun Avenue. It's been
Yeah, right there. Forbidden Zone.
Is buried underneath several. What is buried underneath several layers of concrete and lead as well? Are you stopping Superman?
Dude, I looked this up, dude, and actually, this address does have federally protected land and has a little bit of mystery to it with a nice sheet of concrete over it.
Yeah, not with Superman though, because he can't see through lead, right? And you'd think that defeats him, but no. If he sees something with lead, he knows it's there. Siberia. What? Hold on, Siberia.
This is the last one of this this series of weird shows.
Has this got Mrs. Ferguson in it?
I hope Miss Ferguson came back from like the Twilight Zone, you know. Vampire.
Oh, it's Russian.
We are somewhere in Eastern Europe, a Western commentator would say, delighted to have fallen on a scoop. After long months of bargaining, this barrier was finally put up for the sake of politics. Officially, we did not need permission to film since we are not in a camp, but in a sheltered residence. Those who live here do so of their own free will, because there is nowhere else they could live. These occupants are men from SCAR. SCAR is the code name of a program of biomechanics, that science which aims to improve human performance, to turn men into semi-robots. Don't laugh, for no sooner had this idea occurred to some professor brainstorm than it was put into action. Conceived...
What?
Oh.
What?
Look at that guy picking that log up.
During the Cold War, this program was pursued into the 70s. But then, what with the war with the West that never seemed to come, and the results that were obtained, the research was abandoned.
Hollow log?
Today, the men who paid the price...
No, Super Soldier.
Hollow log?
No, Super Soldier. This is the SCAR
Conceived during the Cold War, this program was pursued into the 70s. But then, what with the war with the West that never seemed to come, and the results that were obtained...
No, it's the casual people walking around. This is a common occurrence. You go down to the supermarket. Oh, look, there's a guy lifting up a tree. You know.
Abandoned. Today, the men who paid the price for this experiment have been brought together in this building, sheltered between a lake and the thick forest, away from prying eyes. We will only see this small group. It seems the others did not want to come, but they can easily be heard in the testimony which follows. Go on, speak for us. Yes, Peter, speak to her for us. Hello, Piotr. Thank you for talking to us. We don't trust those cameras of yours. They see us as circus animals. We'll show you everything we film, and you can tell us if you like it or not. Fine, like that, it's all right. Piotr, tell us what happened to you and how you come to be here. About 30 years ago, I was working in a sawmill. One day, my right hand and arm were torn off. While I was still in hospital, they came to see me. When they saw me, they said to me, "Look, your hand is done for. No ordinary doctor can do anything for it, but we can help you." They could propose to me an experiment to get my arm better. But for this, they had to send me to the center. That's where they have all the facilities. Since I had no wife or children, I thought it over, and in the end...
super soldiers, but still battle hair loss. Yeah, no, it's a side effect, you see.
Yeah, it has to be.
There, look what they did to me. They call that an arm. It's
What?
true, I can carry 950 kilos.
950 kilos he can carry. How much is that?
It's definitely not a rubber glove. It's
And
definitely
press
not a rubber glove taped on at the forearm with
Up
some
to
gaffer tape.
1.5 tons per square centimeter.
Not bad
But
bit
the
of
thing
SFX
is,
there.
it's all
Blew the budget on this one, I think.
homegrown technology, and it works like everything else here. You know what I mean? Here's where I live. All those dents, I did them with my elbow. My arm
Why?
starts off by itself, suddenly all over the place, and I break everything. Those lumps, too, it was me that did them. It was me that dented it. My arm went off like a spring. Everyone laughs at the noise it makes. And there's my reinforced bed, and the walls are reinforced. Like
Yeah, I'm thinking like
the door.
Often my arms try and strangle it.
he's got to reinforce doors, dude.
You'd have to, if you're elbow striking random plates in the wall with the little square, you know, maybe
Hello,
it's put
Piotr.
up for entertainment purposes. I don't know. But yeah, the SCAR, the SCAR program. Yeah, very bad.
Huh?
Smile, you're on TV. And that's what things have come to. I wanted to open the window and my hand got stuck. That's the story of my life. A simple gesture, a tiny gesture, and it's catastrophe.
It's got a mind of its own, his hand.
No, that won't work. It's too small. No, that's no good. It's no good.
Got stuck.
Let's try something else. Go on, try it.
Crowbar.
This one's strong.
Yep. Crowbar.
But on the hand.
Yeah, well, no, it's super
No,
hand.
won't work. Let's try again. I'll be back in a minute. All right. Life stinks. Life stinks.
Yeah, if you're stuck at a window for hours.
My grandmother was right. Life stinks.
Yeah.
Where's he gone?
He's gone to get a bigger crowbar. Yeah, told you.
I'd like to see you guys.
He's got a bigger crowbar.
And two muscle men.
Yeah.
It'll be drinks all round. Well, old friend, stuck, are we?
3 hours.
Yeah, the
I've been here
bastard's
stuck
stuck.
to this window.
Come on, let's try. All together now.
3,
Careful, it's a
2,
hand.
1.
One more time.
No, you're gonna have to be here all night.
We should try the blow lamp.
Break the window. Break the window. Yeah. Have you tried lemon tea?
Careful, it's a hand, you know. One more time, give it a try. There, that's it, push. Great. You couldn't break the window by yourself. You had to call 2 other guys in to help.
Whoa!
Ankle grinder. It's getting a bit serious now.
You did a grinder. He kind of, yeah, like what are
Stop.
they doing?
You're going to break the teeth on the saw. You'll crack the blade.
Is it, hold
Get the
on.
blow lamp.
Pause the film. Pause. I'm confused. Is he glued to the like? Is it
His
a
hand
robot?
is stuck on it like this.
Is it a robotic hand that is
Yeah.
now right? So it's like RoboCop, but his brain can't control it.
It's a blowtorch.
I mean, I know it's all going down in Eastern Europe, but
He's
this is a
smoking,
little bit
dude.
much, isn't it, really?
Dude, watch. Look. There's smoke coming over there and everything. Like, oh boy.
Surely there should be something in the protocol book what to do if robotic arm gets attached to the window.
There should be definitely something in the
Manual
for that.
Manual, yeah.
Go on a little bit more. There.
Yay!
What a job. This man's an expert.
What did
The next time you want to open a door, use your feet.
Next time you want to open a door, use your feet.
I'll do my best. Let's go to the hospital.
His grandmum did say it stinks.
Oh, that was a quick trip to the hospital in the garage.
I'm not reading out that comment in chat.
Tell me if it hurts. Don't worry, I know you've got golden hands. Go right ahead.
See, I thought in that program they regrew the arm like a lizard, but no, is it a robotic?
No unauthorized close-ups. Strategic material, top secret.
What is going on here?
Got it open.
Oh, it's part of the window.
Here, here, and there. We'll have to soak it in oil. And have you got any oil?
Lemon juice.
How do we do it? We'll manage. We Russians are incredible. We can get out of anything. Some lard.
Oh, some lard.
On a low flame.
Yeah.
Low flame.
Yeah, just cook it 30 degrees, 200 degrees for 10 minutes with a bit of lard.
Your own hand.
Robotic hand. It's greasy now. He shouldn't get stuck to windows anymore.
I hope
That's it. Hold it right in. You should put a pinch of salt in. Why not? How's the invalid? All right?
I do feel sorry for
okay.
Pieter. I feel sorry for him.
Good. We can operate.
You guys got a wire thingy.
The smoke's a
Soldering iron.
nuisance,
but I don't want to risk it cooling down.
I want to know where lifting trees comes into it. I want to, like, you know, no disrespect to Peter with his lost arm and then getting stuck on windows, but I want to see the guy lifting trees everywhere, right? Presumably he's lost both arms and he's got like.
Where's that guy at?
How much lard does he use?
Oh, piece. Oh, yeah. Well, we won't say that word on here, but yeah, I almost said it. You almost got me to say it, Skywatch.
All over again. You should ask them for a fan. Keep these rags on the joints. And we'll have to see you again. There are 823 like him in the camp. Officially, the SCA are camps throughout the territory number 15. That makes almost 12,500 forgotten by the Cold War.
12,500 forgotten by the Cold War, lunatics with robotic hands that can punch and elbow strike things. And yeah, I feel sorry for him as well, Lisa, Flame of Virgo. I feel like, you know, the doctor was suggesting that you could just ease up the joints with some lard and salt. But as we all know, that's quite difficult. Is it like difficult to get a hold of even today?
All right, and I do have two things I wanted to bring up here that just came out, actually. So,
Go on.
did you know
No.
that the Dr.
All right. Yeah.
Beatrice, his paper came out today, and she was finally peer-reviewed from another scientist down in Texas that peer-reviewed her work and said it's good to go.
Yeah, just anybody who's watched Fleur, this is fact. This isn't made up. This is not part of the forbidden document.
Actual, right here.
This is not forbidden document. This is real document in public.
Just came out today, actually, about 12 o'clock Eastern Standard, about noon. It came out. She posted it online, and it's brilliant. What do you think, George? Like,
I think the transient objects pre-Sputnik, the first satellite in space, the slides, the photographs taken by the astronomer over months clearly seem to indicate things moving around that shouldn't be, considering no satellites are in space. Dr. Villarreal isn't saying they're UFOs. She's just calling them transient objects. So she's not saying little green men and aliens or anything like that. She's just saying there are things moving up there which we don't know what they are, and you can't argue that they're technological because Sputnik was put into space at this point, and that's basically what she's been saying. And this independent gentleman from Dallas, Texas, or a doctor, is he a doctor? He's Brian Doherty, who is an independent researcher who has a background, but not a foreground, but a background in statistical analysis and economics, and works in data analytics. So he has verified her data. And so hopefully as more individuals pick up and thoroughly fact check the work, we'll get more and more individuals coming out saying, yep, transient objects pre-satellite era. As to what they are, I'm not sure what the Earth shadow methodology.
They're talking about transient objects in space where the shadow is being seen from space, the shadow onto the Earth or something.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I think it's good science. Popstar says she is saying they're not of human origin in a way. She points out that these are there before we put anything into the spheres of space, I guess. Yeah. 100%. It's kind of like, what are they? I don't know.
Oh, I'm telling you, dude.
I'm going into my feet.
But I think it's the mystery deepens further with fact-based science.
And that's where it's all leading to as well. We have another one here that I want to just post up here. This was from, oh gosh, I'm going to get the name wrong.
Moneypenny?
Yeah, Moneypenny. I'm sorry. Moneypenny on X had posted this up, and I thought it was of very good quality. I needed to show this because of the fact that we had Gene on here with different documents as well.
In the first video.
All right, here's this one.
In the first video, I explained what a 1984 paper by physicist Tom Bearden claims is technically possible, including how an aircraft could disappear.
I've just been
spherical interference.
I've been handed the PDF Excalibur by Bearden as it happens. I have that. I'll pass over to you, Jay.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
Zones formed by multiple field nodes. In this video, I want to go where the paper itself goes next, because, according to Bearden, this technology is not theoretical. He claims it has already been used, tested, and deployed in the real world, primarily by the Soviet Union. But I want to be clear before I go any further. I'm not saying that these claims are true.
That is where I always like people to go with, okay? Just like, you know, hey, Skywatch, I'm with you on that. I like researchers, okay? I like people to say, hey, I'm researching this. I'm not telling you it's true. I'm showing you what I found.
Yeah, and just to kind of put on the point here with whether you agree or like an individual, you disagree, or you know, you feel they're a shill or a grifter or anything like that. As researchers, we have to look at the evidence put forwards every time. I think the conjecture of what things could be or are is up to the individual viewer.
Exactly.
But what she's referencing there, the documentation, Jay, I've got a PDF of all of that, and just the credentials of the individual who wrote that, Bearden. Whoa, credentials. You talk about lifelong CV, career, resume. Pretty impressive stuff.
It could be now. I'm not saying also like with you know everything here with researchers and everything, right? Like, I'm not saying I believe and I'm not saying I don't believe because I haven't researched it. That's why, you know, we show it on here so that people can give, you know, more of a research based into it. So, but let's get into it. And plasma has been I have so many videos on plasma. So
I'm not saying this technology exists. And I'm not saying this paper makes very specific accusations and names and real events that I can quantify as evidence. So let me tell you and list what this paper actually claims are true. Firstly, one massive cold explosion seen from space. Bearden claims that beginning in the mid-1970s, US weather satellites repeatedly detected enormous mushroom-shaped cloud formations, predominantly over the Soviet Arctic and nearby oceans. These clouds allegedly rose tens of thousands of feet in minutes, spread over areas up to 150 miles wide, and were colder than the surrounding atmosphere, producing no heat, no radiation, and no debris. He claims at least 78 such events were detected. A specific incident off the coast of Japan in April 1984, near a declared Soviet weapons test zone, Bearden claims a massive cloud rose to around 60,000 feet in roughly 2 minutes. Commercial aircraft were flying nearby. No radioactive contamination was found. The paper presents this as a live demonstration. Thirdly, non-nuclear fireballs with nuclear-scale effects. Bearden claims the same technology can generate large electrical fireballs capable of producing blast and electromagnetic pulse effects similar to nuclear weapons, but without radiation or fallout. And fourthly, the giant hemispheric missile defense fields can be created. The paper says enormous dome-like field structures were tested as part of a scalar-based missile defense system, and that these structures were observed by many credible witnesses. Another one says large-scale weather modification over North America took place. He claims interference grid patterns consistent with scalar field manipulation were also observed across parts of the United States. He even states that he personally photographed some of these events, and that earthquakes and geophysical disturbances took place. The paper explicitly claims scalar interferometry weapons can be used to induce the earthquakes, and that large-scale geophysical stresses and various other associated effects have been demonstrated. He claims the US Embassy microwave irradiation incident was down to this, and that the long-term irradiation of the US Embassy in Moscow is absolute evidence of the deliberate non-Hertzian electromagnetic effects. The American response, he claims, reveals they also have the same knowledge of this Tesla-based electromagnetic principles, even if we can't prove their deployment and it's never been admitted. Throughout the paper, the Soviet Union is presented as the primary actor, developing, refining, and deploying this technology over decades. It's almost too much to believe, isn't it? But then, why would they, they being the CIA, because that's the name on the top of the paper, have hidden it away? I wonder.
Yeah, Jake, I don't know if I can bring in I'll try to do it. Add to stage. Can I bring something in? Oh, you got it there. Cool, no worries. Can you scroll through it?
Yeah.
So yeah, just read the opening. So yeah, this was handed to me by Sonic Omen. Shouts, props, back chat, one room somewhere. Lieutenant Colonel Thomas E. Bearden, U.S. Army, retired, PhD, formerly senior scientist and department manager of a major aerospace company. Directed in design and production of expert systems, including artificial intelligence and applications to the U.S. Army command and control systems. Just scan the document quickly.
Okay.
I think this is what he's referencing, or the Moneypenny is referencing in her presentation there, but I'm not entirely sure. It is Bearden. Am I right there? Yeah, it's the same.
Yes. I believe so.
This is handed to me.
Scanning through.
Yeah, just be quick. Obviously, kind of, if you're able to get hold of this book, get hold of a real copy.
Whoa. Before you turn to the Excalibur briefing, I want you to leave with these thoughts. The material you're about to read will certainly be denied by your own government and military, and probably by a major segment of the scientific community. It is not unlikely that Tom will be dismissed as a paranoid crackpot. Such tactics have been employed before against brilliant, courageous people who challenge the fundamental dogma of the establishment, as Tom does here. Nevertheless, I want to reassure you that Tom is sane, sober, and serious. Thought I should read that.
Yeah. I mean, full-word introduction, and yeah, I don't know if you can scroll through to some images for the viewers.
Oh yeah. Let's just scroll through. They can stop this when it's.
And obviously, if you're watching this on, this is Mystery Light Experiments. Yeah, it's a pretty dense PDF document I have here.
I'll definitely have to. I'm definitely have a deep dive on this.
Yeah, no worries.
Ooh,
okay.
Whoa, there we go. What's this?
Magnets and taped to TVs, hyperfield flux in a magnetic field. South pole end of old cathode ray tubes, diverting the rays on your TV with strong magnets to give various kind of pattern shape effects.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I just thought I'd throw that in there if it's the same thing. I mean, I think the reality of what we would call over the horizon technologies have been around for a while, and not that I've tucked into this particular document 100%, but there seems to be, it's cyborg effect and cyborgs, remote viewing.
Okay. These are people that okay. Radiant energy, yeah.
Popstar makes a good point. In this field, it's hard to always be good on the facts or speculations. Yeah, everyone has an angle, point of view. There's the good, the bad, the ugly, everything mixed in between. So it's really what the individual derives the meaning from than they walk away with. That's the important part.
An Atlantean power crystal? What?
I don't know. It's just, crystal skulls, crystal spheres, electronics.
This got a lot. I could go through this forever. Metal bending.
Wow. Maybe. I'll pass this one over to you, Jay, and we can both kind of chew through it. Maybe do a show on it at some point.
Yeah, I'm thinking we'll do something on that. Maybe that and the we'll do something on the skull experiment.
Yeah. Obviously, kind of that's an interesting one. That interesting aspect to the phenomena. I have to say the body of today's show has there's no going back after various episodes of the Forbidden Documents. If you're tuning in now, feel free to scroll back and rewatch this again and again until you understand more. But certainly my life has changed with the Forbidden Document series for the better. I'm glad to have shared it. I'm glad Jade shared it with me and shared it with you, the viewer. Just goes to show. And I think the demise of WACN and the guy stated 12 million viewers. I don't know who head of scheduling was for that particular transmission television station, but certainly if you happen to run a TV show, a TV station, and you've got a head of programming, maybe give them more money.
I will say one thing real quick, because I just got a message now at 4:36 from Brandon Cooper.
Okay, hey Brandon.
He got back to me. He is dealing with family issues that he had to deal with this morning.
No problem.
Says he is so sorry. He's dealing with that again. He's so sorry. He's going to reschedule this this great, the shaman investigator. He's going to reschedule, and
Cool.
I'll get with you offline, George, about reasoning.
Yeah, I think yeah. Can we name drop Brandon's channel for the viewers to go and have a quick look at, or do you want to leave that for next time? Or
we can name drop it. It's actually Radio Paranormal.
Right. Yeah. If you're on YouTube, please go and check out Brandon.
Let me get it here.
Yeah, Brandon on Radio Paranormal. It's a new show, and he's go and give a like and subscribe to Brandon's channel with Jennifer Talley. Jennifer.
Yeah, Jennifer. I'm not sure her last name.
I think it's Talley, Tall. Anyway,
I'll put that in the description here. It's called Radio Paranormal, and the @ on YouTube is this one.
Okay. Yeah, at Radio Paranormal OLA. Yeah, cool. I just noticed the Galactic Family Podcast logo there. That's relatively new. Well done to the team in the background.
It's not done yet. It's not done yet. It's almost done. It's almost done. That is the preview of the emblem, because we have to get the our rock star is getting our the emblem completely finished on her end, and this is just a preview.
I think we should give some shout outs to the chat room here. Skywalker Signal, Planet Pop Stars, Ritter Elf, D-Nits. Hold on, let me scroll up a little bit here because I'm terrible with names. I want to get them wrong. Lisa Flame of Virgo 1968, and everyone who's come through today on a kind of a show which was off the cuff. It was off the cuff again. Brandon Cooper's going to join us on the very soon, like you say, for the spirit investigation, shaman investigations, cryptids, paranormal, spirit world. It's going to be an interesting show. I'm going to learn a lot. And yeah, I think I need more Forbidden Documents. There must be, is there an infinite archive, or is it only season 1? Did they only do season 1? Why wasn't it picked up by a major? Oh God.
Only one. It only did one season.
That's all you need. It's self-contained, beginning, middle, and end. I mean, I'm forever going to be scarred by the Mendoza affair.
The guy sits there and is watching his neighbor and his wife. Like his wife and him are watching the neighbor, intently watching them. Is that why you gave me the dog?
Yeah, and they didn't bring in law enforcement or anything. The girl disappeared and was.
We just never went over there again, George.
Just let it go. I would do, but
we just never went over there again, George. We
like Skywatch. I'm terrible. I have like a book of grudges. If something, you know,
actually, you know what we could say? We do have a couple things. Hold on. Let me get it here.
We got ET embassies coming up as well. We've got
we got a couple.
Chief Rabbi of the Raelian movement is coming on.
Is that the next one?
Leon Ariel Millal.
Yep.
Yeah, Leon Ariel Millal is coming on, Chief Rabbi for Raelians. I think we're going to be talking about the embassy there a little bit and what first contact means for humanity as a whole from that perspective.
Yep. On the 31st, we have our anniversary edition. 1 year since we've been podcasting and getting the information out to you guys. 1 year since the 31st of this month.
Yeah.
So we're going to have two people on. We're going to have Dr. Harold Henning, PhD, MD, Scientific Director of the Scientists for Extraterrestrial Contact Initiative. And we're also going to be having, I'm going to mess up his name, Sullivan Roshan, which is the founder and director of the Alliance for Extraterrestrial Diplomatic Contact. He is an international initiative dedicated to developing peaceful, ethical, scientific, and grounded frameworks for how humanity might one day achieve extraterrestrial civilizations. It's going to be a good one.
Some real visionaries with charting a course into our unknown future together here.
Yeah. And we ourselves on the Galactic Family are members of that, of the AED. Oh gosh, it's a lot of numbers, a lot of letters.
Yeah.
Hold on. Alliance for there it is. Alliance for Extraterrestrial Diplomatic Contact. So I'll bring that up here. Here it is.
If you're viewing this later, please join our Discord, links below. And I'll say it before and I'll say it again. Please do not smash the like button. Please do not smash the subscribe button. In fact, don't smash anything unless it requires it. But in this instance, please treat your mice and your touch screens carefully. They're very sensitive.
And let me show you where we are here.
We've got to help us, mate. Up. There we go. Look, join our network. Scroll down a bit. We got ET Embassy, Para Research, International Raelian Music, PSN, Angel City Zen Center, and yeah, we're right there. Paranormal Gateway. So it seems to be quite a large conglomerate of online folk. And lots of people with lots of letters after their names.
Lots of scientists, brother.
Yeah, I only did like up until I was about 16, 17, 18 in science. So I'll try and.
One of our members actually is on the name of the list for the scientists. That's awesome.
Cool.
That's awesome. That's Lady D. Oh, awesome, Lady D. That's great. That's wonderful news.
There. Little prop in the background.
Yeah, wonderful news. Wonderful news. So the next one after that, you want to go over that one, George? The last one?
We only put the calendar together the other day, and I have a memory of a goldfish. Jay literally has to remind me 20 minutes before a show that there's a show taking place. But I like to think I'm spontaneous with my interviewing questions.
Tom Sued.
Name rings a bell. Yeah, it's the a First Nations individual from Canada who has Sasquatch Island, and we've got plenty of info. He's got a 16-minute thermal imaging video.
Yep.
thermal imaging video of a Sasquatch picking up shells off presumably a beach, not a forest floor, but a beach. And the sea monkey boat is part of that investigation, which you can see clearly here next to presumably Sasquatch Island. And and some like I'm really looking forward to meeting him and having a chat about Sasquatch Island and what it means for his particular tribe of First Nation Canadian individuals. So, and we've already got some words which we can't pronounce properly, so we're going to have to we'll take some expert advice and try and tongue twist our way into that episode.
And last but not least, the beginnings of the transition of the podcast. We present in the middle of February. We'll be going with the Tedesco brothers out in the field to do a live investigation on the field with the Tedesco brothers.
Yeah, there'll be a live stream and hopefully pre-recorded. Jay is meeting up with the Tedesco brothers, got full permission to record absolutely everything. If somebody drops a teaspoon in the sink of the Nightcrawler, I want it recorded, Jay. Right? Like everything, like constant 24-hour.
It's going to be great. They're going to send us out. They're going to a location in Pennsylvania. I won't say where, but they're going to a location in Pennsylvania to study some unknown phenomenon that someone who wants to come out and research. So once we get out there, we'll get on the ground. We'll give you guys firsthand look at the new Nightcrawler, what they're working with, and what is going to be happening that night as far as like us sitting down with them, going through their instrumentation. Who knows, George?
Yep.
You might have a hitchhiker effect.
It could be. I mean, like I'm one of the best travel companions you can have for long journeys. Open to corporate sponsorship and backpacking with aliens and ghosts. I'm all about that. Just shout out to Shakaverse. Shakaverse, welcome. What's up? Yeah, it's just at the end of the show, unfortunately for you. But if you scroll back to the beginning, I can guarantee you a roller coaster of an episode we've just finished now. It's got everything, including forbidden documents.
And her people. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
I'm a believer. I think like
you're a believer.
Final thought. Fun.
Final thought is that keep believing. Doesn't matter what you read, doesn't matter what you see, doesn't matter what you hear. Just keep believing in yourself and in your surroundings and in what you discover yourself. Okay. Don't take anybody else by what they say and what they do. You're doing the research. You put your neck out for that research. Come on the podcast. We will have you on here. I have no problem. If you've done any research that you have done yourself, that you want to come out on a podcast and say, this is what I have discovered, come here. We'll have you on the podcast. We will look through your documents. We will go through it with you because we like to put out things like that.
Yeah, I think everyone can have a crack of the whip here, and if you got a story or something you want to share publicly, or if you're nervous about speaking publicly, we don't bite. We're not like kind of ask. I might ask some strange questions, but that's just the way my brain works. But yeah, I think kind of we've got some big guests coming up. We've got everyone in between, and it's like great to be here and have fun and chew the cud. Yep.
I did get in touch with Tim Gallaudet again. He told me it's coming out in a few months, and his new book, and then he'll be on the podcast. He said,
if I really hope retired Rear Admiral Timothy Gallaudet comes on the show to promote his book, that'll be a highlight for me. The Tedesco brothers were awesome, and
Gene,
I'm you know, it's coming up on your year anniversary, so I'm looking forward to the year anniversary celebrations as well. I may get a jaunty hat or something at an angle. I'm not sure.
I know it's going to be a good one, and you know what? For the celebration, okay, certain people are going to be. I'm going to run something. I'm going to try to figure out what I'm going to run during the episode.
Okay.
But certain people during the episode are going to be given different things that will be sent to them in the mail free of charge from me that I've collected over the years that, you know, I'd like to share a little bit with people, you know? So first up is going to be, which I'm not going to go over everything. I'll just go over one thing, okay? If you use a UV light for this, if I can ever get it out of this bag.
Got one here as it happens. So.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's going to work over. So, this is actually called the original kryptonite on Earth.
Oh, wow. Okay.
If you take this, it is not glass. It's some kind of gem. If you do it under UV light,
is it a crystal?
Yes, it's a crystal. If you do it under UV light, it glows green.
Yeah, nice. Glow in the dark.
It's like it's
could be yours.
Kryptonite. It's called some kind of kryptonite.
I believe, Jay, like I'm getting a brainwave. I think my memory circuits are re-engaging. I think it's the 31st of this month. January the 31st is the year celebration. So if you would like to tune in and potentially win or be given somehow one of these things, then there'll be some things to be gotten.
It's it's a couple meteorite fragments that I have here. A couple. Let me just show you one other thing that I actually have here. That I actually have. I can show you real quick. Actually, here, two things is the bigger version of the.
It just disappeared. What the hell? That was crazy. Oh wow. Okay.
Bigger version of that.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, that's nice, man.
And then I also have now these are going to be also sent out, which these are authenticated. It is these two also. So far 4 things, okay, and that'll be it for right now until I can think of anything else. These are authentic meteorites from Northwest Africa.
Oh wow. Yeah, some space material. Yeah, space material. Well, that's cool. Yeah, nice.
So during our 31st anniversary edition, some of these items are going to be up for competition.
Yeah.
For some kind of thing we're going to put together.
Like Lady Danielle Zittelf says, you're not Superman, so you're safe. This is true. I do note that the first transistor was made by germanium crystals at Bell Laboratories in December of 1947, around 6 months after the Roswell incident. But the inception of crystal technology, liquid crystal display, like I think there's more in the Fortress of Solitude to come out. I think the holography, and crystal technology is going to it hasn't had its time yet. I think we're going to be.
And also at the end of our episode.
Yes.
Engineering
Infinity, Gene Sticko, legend.
All right, guys.
Other than that, there's not a lot more to talk about. We'll see you on the flip side. We got a couple days, and then we'll see you for the matriarch and the message, preparing humanity for first contact. Other than that, guys, are you prepared?
Am I prepared for first contact? Are you prepared?
Probably not, actually, to be fair. I like to think I'm prepared for most things, but actual first contact, I don't know. Like a lot of people go, oh, it's just aliens, and they'll go back to work. Me, I might run down the street screaming, they're here. I don't know. I think, the hell is, yeah, I'm not prepared for that either, Jay. Oh, actually, it's Chinese New Year soon, isn't it? Like Year of the Fire Horse. That's coming up.
I've had Oh, well, listen, Popstar. We got to have you on Planet Popstar. I'm telling you. Yeah, we won't get into that right now. Well,
all right.
Back chat Discord. For anybody who doesn't know, our Discord channel is open. Membership is open, and we're flying by. We're getting another group together also in the Discord, and we hang out there all the time. Come hang out with us sometime. Have a good evening, good night, good day, and wherever you are in the world, and stay curious.